This is crazy to say, but Brooke, Jose, and I have all worked together for well over a decade
Oh, my
now.
God. It has been so long.
I think my 12 years is coming up, and you guys work even longer.
I'm at 23, I think.
I mean, it's a long time. We've attended weddings together, gone to parties, done cross-country trips. But one very strange fact that is true is none of us, not one, has ever actually been to Brooke's house before.
Seriously?
Really?
Never been invited, never been allowed. Only in public.
I've always wondered why. What is she hiding in there that she doesn't want us to see?
She thinks we're just going to stop by or something unannounced.
Are the walls inside made of gold bricks?
We're going to see how much money she's worth.
Or more likely, does she have 20 orphans in her basement who sew all of her clothes for her?
Well, I swear it's a rental service I use.
A rent an orphan service. That's pretty nice.
No wonder her clothes are so goofy looking.
We may never know the truth, but one of our listeners says she was pretty shocked when her date told her about the strange thing in his home, and he even had to bring out pictures to prove he wasn't joking. It weirded all of us out, even Brooke, and you're going to hear what it was in your brand new second date update next. I know Brooke has said multiple times, almost suspiciously, that she's not on any dating apps.
Yeah, she always brings it up, dude.
Hey, Brooke, what are you doing over there? Not swiping on random men online, that's for sure.
I am definitely not.
Dating apps. I think.
Yeah, see, she's doubling down.
Keep saying
What do you want me to
All right,
say?
we're all going to believe her on this, but let's say Brooke was on the apps.
Okay.
What would her profile say?
Oh, my God.
Probably, give me your name, phone number, and how many Cheetos you can fit in your mouth. And she'd pause awkwardly after phone number, so nobody would understand the Cheeto joke.
And are those puffs or the classics?
Yeah.
See?
I mean,
Not sure what that means,
Also,
but
I come from a clown family. Ask me more.
he's a magician, okay?
You also
Don't ask, I'll tell.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
bottom line, it would probably be a total disaster. But what about the rest of the normal people out there? What's on their dating profiles?
That's normal.
Let's find out and talk to Elena, who emailed the show for help.
Okay.
Welcome to the chaos, Elena.
Hey, Elena.
Hey, everyone. How are you?
Yeah.
Elena would swipe right on me. Right, Elena?
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah, way to be nice, Elena.
You into the ladies or the guys?
Well, right now we're talking about Trey.
Trey.
Okay.
And what does Trey have on his dating profile that stuck out to you?
You know what? A couple things. I mean, one, physically beautiful eyes, gorgeous smile. I mean, just typical, like, drop dead.
Yeah, and then an average of 10 Cheetos, right?
Enough with the Frito-Lay obsession.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's a beautiful man.
Yeah. And what did stick out was he loves adventures. He, like, wants to fill his time with his hobbies of adventures. And,
What does that mean? That's so vague. Like, is he specific on that?
well, he likes biking. I mean, just lots of, like, outdoorsy stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Adventures makes it sound like he likes to get out and travel and see new things.
Yeah, rock climb.
Right.
That's what I think
I
of. Like
mean, that's a
mountain
really
biking.
nice thing to say in your profile, even if it isn't true.
Yeah, it's true.
So did you meet up with him?
We did. We got some drinks, and right when he walked in, he looked so much smaller in person. Like his pictures, I made him look just a little bit
Are
more
you talking
like
height-wise? Are you talking size? Like
everything.
Everything was
It
small.
Like, yeah, and so,
Elena, from your voice, it sounds like you were disappointed in how he looked physically. Is that true?
Usually smaller on a guy isn't exciting.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's
girls
not about the size,
obsess
about
about-
how you use it.
A girl's obsessed
Yeah,
about
I
height.
Not
wasn't.
height. He said everything. That's muscles. That's everything smaller.
It's just a difference.
Well,
It's-
okay, so I did bring it up. I was like, you know what? I'm just kind
You
of
did.
surprised. Like in your photos, you look just a little bit more.
Wow.
What?
That is bold.
No.
What did he
That
say?
What was it mean about it, guys?
I don't know.
But also, if he's a catfish, he should get called out. I mean, if it's on
That's the other
purpose.
thing. There's so much craziness online, but he was laughing about it. He says, actually, I'm on a health kick. And I was like, oh, really? What kind of health kick are you on?
Okay.
And he's like, it's a huge health kick. So I've definitely lost like 30 pounds recently. I was like, oh, okay.
And you're like, you didn't need to. I liked you when you were bulky.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
That's
you
what I
could.
was thinking.
I didn't know you could shrink from that stuff too, like height-wise. But
Well, I couldn't see his height, but you know what I'm saying. Like everything
yeah.
just looks small. So anyway,
Sure.
you not believe this. This man tells me he has a treadmill in every single room in his house.
What?
In
He's
every
Excuse me?
room? Please tell me
Every
it's a
single room.
one-bedroom.
Was that a joke?
No, so I start laughing because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow, crazy health kick, yeah. And he says, no, really. My buddy and I cleaned out a warehouse that had a bunch of treadmills, ellipticals, blah, blah, blah. So they sold a bunch of them, but there were just some left over. So I kept a lot of them.
What?
So he's got like a little mini 24-hour fitness in his apartment.
Either that or he's got an area in each room to throw all of his clothes on.
There you go. Yeah. On benches.
Drying rack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this isn't a red flag to you?
Well,
Treadmills get boring.
and maybe
It's
he's-
nice to mix
it
up the scenery.
keeps
Yeah.
him motivated. If he keeps seeing the
All
treadmill,
right.
he'll want to eventually get
And
fit.
it was intimidating, too.
It was intimidating for
Okay.
you a little bit.
A
yeah.
little bit, too. But
Okay.
you know what? The conversation, we ended up laughing about it. And then it was like, we're having drinks. But we started having those fun, like, hey, let's go on another date. Let's see each other
Oh.
again. And it turned out super fun. And out of the blue, he says to me, hey, what would you do if I show up at your house tomorrow and say, hey, let's go to the Virgin Islands and we leave in 3 hours?
What?
Whoa.
That's crazy.
And I was like, heck yeah.
Oh, you said yes. You're like a
Yeah.
wild child. You're ready to go.
Was that a joke or was he serious?
You know, I think if he just threw it out hypothetically, the trip, but I am an adventurous lady.
That's interesting.
Wow.
So he sounds
Okay.
like, I mean, also like he's just a big dreamer, right? Like he's always got some
Yeah.
big
Mhm.
grand plan and you love that idea.
Yeah, and it was fun to like daydream like that. And
Yeah.
So how did that night end?
Not in the Cayman Islands.
said bye. No, not in the payment, unfortunately.
Aw.
Well, we said bye with a hug, which was kind of
No kiss.
Yeah.
no kiss.
You think
Yeah.
a guy like that would go in for a kiss if he
true.
was really wanting to take
I
you to
thought so too.
And it was a hug that wasn't as big of a hug as she was expecting because he's so small.
my arms
Yeah.
just kept going.
Yeah.
Just touch your own elbows.
Yeah.
And he wasn't there to pick you up the next day like he threw
He
out. there.
definitely didn't come by.
Okay.
He didn't come by. It's been like a week.
It's been a week.
Yeah, but I don't know what I did. I keep thinking, was I too much like a friend almost? Like,
I don't know. Sometimes those big dreamer people can also be big flaky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like a lot of talk and not a lot of follow
Or he's
through.
like off hiking a mountain somewhere.
That could
Yeah.
be.
I mean,
Yeah.
But your email to us said that you've been texting with Trey a few times.
well, I've been texting. He just hasn't responded.
Oh.
Maybe he's just waiting for you to show up at his house.
What if he's literally in the Cayman Islands and was like, oh, I forgot to pick her up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's like the Jamaican version of Home Alone. But we're going to hopefully bring it to a happy conclusion when we come back. We'll call Trey for you and try and get you your second date update. Get you over to one of those islands right after this, okay?
Awesome.
All right, hold on. One man,
Mm.
one woman, and 20 treadmills. All running at the exact same time.
How romantic.
It's a 400-meter sprint to love.
Jump on this one.
At least how it's going for our listener Elena and
Oh, it's so funny.
the guy that
Trey.
she was recently
really
out
made me
with
laugh.
named Trey, because they went and grabbed some drinks. She learned that he really does have treadmills in every single room of his house.
That's just nuts.
That was the weird part of the
Yeah.
night. Afterwards, it got a lot better from there, and
Well.
they were laughing together. They were planning future dates, and he even threw out a theoretical of maybe taking her to an exotic island, showing
Yeah.
up at her house and just whisking her away.
I know.
And it got her really excited. But it's been a week since that date happened, and there has been no second date and no trips abroad.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
it's like you felt like you recovered from the very beginning, but maybe he just really was insulted when you told him he was smaller than in his pictures.
Yeah, well, and maybe because after you patted him on the head after you
Yeah.
said that.
Do you think that's possible, Elena?
Possible. I don't know. It was a pretty fun conversation after that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I
well,
still know.
you could see his reaction.
I couldn't get over a guy telling me I looked bigger than in my pictures. Like I wouldn't, you know. I don't know that
But
I
he's
called
also
him
working
back.
out a lot, so
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. We're going to call him right now. Hopefully, he's not in the middle of one of his treadmill workouts. But
That'd be amazing if he was.
we'll have
It's so
him to hit
small, I
pause.
imagine it's like a hamster.
Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen.
Let's try and call him. Here we go.
Hello?
I think
It's
we're
quiet.
safe.
Okay,
Yep,
I think we're good. Hey, is this
Yep.
Trey?
Yeah, this is Trey.
Hi, Trey.
You're on the radio right now with a show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
How many people are on the phone? Wait, what'd you say?
To answer your first question, 4 people
Uh-huh.
are in this room.
Yeah.
And this is a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning that you're on right now.
Hey.
Why?
Yeah.
What?
Great question,
That's a
Trey.
good question.
You're
It helps
sharp.
us.
We
Yeah.
like that. This is a segment called a Second Date Update. And we're trying to help out one of our listeners get a hold of you and maybe even see if we can hook you up for another date. Because you went out with her already one time named Elena.
Oh,
Oh.
You remember her, right?
yeah, no, I know who Elena is.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, did she have you call me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how the segment works. We kind of get a vibe of how the first date went, and then we reach out on her behalf to try and figure out how we can get you two back together.
There's a reason she's confused. It sounds like on your date, you guys were talking a lot about like going out again and how fun that'd be.
I mean, yeah, we had a good time. She seems like she's fun, and that's great.
She said a lot of the same stuff about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a moment, though, that was kind of a deal breaker for me. So I don't think that's going to be working out.
Oh, no.
Well, that's all right. I mean, you're allowed to have your opinions on stuff, but it would help if maybe we could know about the moment and pass that along to Elena just to help her out.
Right. It'd make her feel better to have
Yeah.
some
Closure.
insight.
Would you mind sharing?
Okay, yeah. Sort of weird. Okay, I guess I should explain that I have this thing that I do when I go out on a date with someone for the first time. It's kind of like a litmus test.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
We've heard a few of these before.
We do a lot of these dating segments, and there's a lot of people that have different types of tests when they go out, and they usually don't end very well.
Yeah, but Brooke still, she loves them.
Yeah.
Employs them into a marriage now.
I mean,
I usually ask something to the effect of like, if I show up at your door tomorrow and say a plane's leaving in 3 hours and we're going to the islands, you want to come?
Oh.
oh, it
Okay.
was.
Oh, that's the test. That
Actually-
sounds fun.
Well, she mentioned that to us.
Yeah.
And she said that she
Oh,
was
she
up
did?
for it, right?
Yeah, she told us it was a fun hypothetical question that you asked on the date.
Yeah. Did she tell you how she responded?
Like
She seemed
she's
excited.
like, yeah, I'm down to travel or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's the wrong answer to that question. That's like the worst answer you can give me.
Wait, let's
What?
go is the wrong
Wait.
answer?
If you're inviting someone to do something and they agree,
I thought you were like Adventure Boy.
What's the right answer?
The right answer is let me check and see if I can, or, let me look at my schedule, or,
What?
I'll have to talk to my friends or anything really. Anything else that indicates that you've got a life of your own that you're living.
oh,
Wait,
you
what?
just drop everything for a stranger. I can kind of see
But it was a
that.
hypothetical question. Like, you weren't actually doing it. Like, honestly, if you actually showed up at her door, she probably would have to make some prearrangements. Yeah.
And maybe, but she got very excited. She kept saying, I'm going to pack my bags and be ready to go. She had no indication that she has any responsibilities, that she has a
my
career
God.
to figure out.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
Oh,
Well, there's
No
there's
responsibility?
spontaneity
hold
right
on,
there.
Elena.
Yep. Spontaneous.
Well, it's too late to surprise him with it now because, Trey, you've probably heard her voice at this point. That's Elena who's
What
been
would
waiting
you
to talk to
say?
you.
Trey, you're so funny because you know what's so funny about my responsibilities is I probably make 3 times what you make.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
Wait,
coming
what?
hot. Wow.
I mean,
that's not the point.
I guess that's a flex. Like, good on you, Elena. But why do you bring that up?
First of all, I don't think that's
How-
true.
how are you
first
gonna
of all, and
test
secondly,
somebody?
that has
Okay,
nothing to
hold
do
on,
with
hold on.
anything.
We need one of you at a time. Trey, what do you have to say to Elena that she makes 3 times as much as you?
I say that's really unlikely. I don't believe that's true. And even if it were true, it has nothing to do with anything right now.
Okay.
Well, he sells treadmills on the side, guys. So if you ever need a treadmill or
On the
anything like
side.
that, he's very
On the
good
side.
at selling those things.
All right, let's settle this
Treadmills
once.
aren't
Settle this once
expensive.
and for all. Let's all go around the room and say how much money we make a year. Brooke, you start us off.
Yeah, Brooke, you first.
Well, I mean, Trey, that should be great news for you because then Elena can pay for the Cayman Islands vacation and take you with her.
Ooh,
Oh.
the tables
You know?
have turned.
Let's hop in the PJ and fly down there. I'm sure she's got one.
I mean, this all seems so silly. You guys are fighting about a hypothetical question.
Is it just a hypothetical question? Or, Trey, do you really do this and actually take women to islands if they give you the right answer and say, let me check my schedule first?
You sound very eager, Jeffrey.
I want to know, because I'm a very, very busy man, Trey.
Jeffrey can
I've got
be
a
a
lot
woman
of
if you
hobbies and
want.
responsibilities.
If she answers, she gives a good answer to the question, we get a second date, and maybe it goes from there.
Okay.
But,
Wow.
So it is in the cards.
It's like
Maybe.
a word.
Not with
It
me.
is in the cards, absolutely. Yeah, I've done it before, but it's not something that's going to happen the first night we meet.
Okay, you're like the troll under the bridge with the riddles. If you answer them correctly, then you can pass.
Elena,
There you go.
I'm hearing you saying, like, no, not for me. Like, why are you so closed off to it?
Are you really?
Yeah.
I would never, now that I know he tests and that there's all these like hypotheticals, it's just, no, I'm over it.
Oh, no.
There's not all these hypotheticals and all these hoops. It's just one question.
But now I kind of see her point, because it's like he could be like, hey, do you want dessert? And she's like, no. And he's like, oh, well, you just failed another test.
It's a lot to
Another
judge.
test.
Yeah, someone's entire life on how they answer that question.
And again,
you know,
another
but-
hypothetical.
You know what, guys? It's my prerogative to ask the questions I want to ask on my first date.
Sure.
But the fact that she brought up money right away to try to one-up me is a huge red flag. It's a really low-class move. It tells me I made the right choice.
You're the one that said I didn't have responsibilities. I just wanted to let you know that my house is fully paid off,
And then
my
you're my
car is too, and I have plenty of
responsibility.
to go around. So that's the thing is you didn't even ask, but you're going to bring up that I don't have responsibilities and make yourself look good? Babe, I don't think so.
Dang,
Does
your house
anyone
is paid
else-
off?
I mean, I know you guys
In
are
this climate?
kind of
Humble
fighting
brag.
right now, but I really feel like they're a good match.
I know. hypothetically, if that never happened.
Anyway.
We might have been if she didn't get me on the radio to put me on the spot.
Okay,
Oh.
now it's this. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's
Yeah.
our fault.
Yeah.
See, that's her test
Yeah, it's
now.
always
Yeah.
my fault. That's the thing. This is the type of guy he is. I see
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, this
man,
is,
this
now. I'm
spiraled.
the winner! Yay!
What?
Okay, you're not.
Even though this is going horribly, I'm going to ask anyway to send you guys out on a second date that we would pay for.
Yeah, we make so much money in gift
Locally,
cards.
though, we can't cross country borders. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
keep it within the area code.
Not in the Cayman Islands, maybe like a Caribbean restaurant.
Yeah. Anybody?
No, that's a big hard
You know
no
what?
for me. That's a no for me.
Oh, okay. It's just a little
Okay.
joke,
Yeah.
little jab.
Elena was great. We had a lot of fun on that first date, but it's a no for me.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
mutual no, at
right.
least.
Spiral.
Now
Shocking.
I'd like to offer to send Trey and me to a private island.
Trey?
Elena, will you pay for it?
Not me, definitely not.
Oh, come on, you make all the money.
Your house is already paid off. Come on. If we were an uplifting, motivational show full of positive energy, we would probably be congratulating the listener on the phone right now for not giving up and seeing things through to the end, no matter how much the odds were stacked against him.
Okay.
But remember the show that we work on.
Yeah.
So instead, we've got Brooke over here telling him he
boy.
should have given up and gone home within 15 minutes. What was he thinking?
Oh.
Am I wrong?
And
See?
Yeah.
I think I heard Alexis use the phrase total pushover.
Oh, yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, thank you, Alexis.
At least Jose and I were on his side.
Yeah,
But
we love it.
he was willing to do something that took a lot of patience, selflessness, and understanding.
This guy is a saint.
Yuck.
I know. Those 3 words make Alexis scream ew.
Oh, boy.
But I think he deserves another shot. So you're going to find out the sacrifice that he made. See if you think it was worth it in a brand new second date update right after this. What do you think is a good time of day for a first date to start?
Ooh, first date, I don't know, 6, 7 p.m.?
I was gonna
Little
go the
early
same.
dinner?
Oh, you're PM? I like
Oh,
to start
wait.
mine early. 4
in the morning?
a.m.
Oh, my.
It's dark,
What
so you don't have to
the-
worry about how you look that much.
What are
Then
you
you
less
stay
pressure.
talking
for work
about?
in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey really gets it in. Some people do a morning workout, he does a morning date.
Yeah, it's nice and peaceful. No one's around to distract you, swoop in, possibly steal your date away.
Everyone's in bed.
But I get it. Some people like them later on in the day. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
group. But one of our listeners, Vincent, says his date started too late.
Oh.
What?
And that could have been a problem for him. Vincent, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Don't get Jeffrey started. It started at 6 a.m. Is that what you're saying, Vincent?
Yeah. Tell us about when yours started. How did that all happen?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just took me by surprise. I met this girl, Jackie, on a dating app, and
Okay.
I kind of liked how in her profile, like she had a lot of pictures of her with modern art. Like she'd gone to like the MoMA in New York City or like the Dolly Museum and stuff. And I minored in art history, so I kind of liked that, I guess, a little bit.
Okay.
And
And it's an easy thing to talk about.
exactly.
So is that what your opening line with her was about like Jackson Pollock or something?
Yeah, it's something like that. I actually don't even remember, but I offered to meet her after work and then just go to like a bar from there or something. And she was pretty chill about that.
Okay.
That's cool.
Which was, I thought, kind of nice to be like, oh, okay, meeting you at your work already. That kind of was exciting to me.
See, that's why my idea works so well, because you start the date and then go to work.
Well, before.
Yeah.
And we're going back to the early morning.
Yeah.
I think that this is more happy hour time.
Oh, okay.
She's late to the date because of the morning commute.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Jeez.
Was she working an overnight shift?
What time was it?
No, I mean, I got there like 6, and then I just kind of like sat outside of her work for a second because she kept on texting me like, oh, I have like this project deadline and it's going long and I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
How long were you waiting out there?
I actually didn't see her until about 9 p.m.
Whoa.
Oh, you
What?
waited 3 hours?
What did you
That's
do?
late. That's a long time to wait.
Did you take yourself to dinner?
I should have, right? I was starving. No, I mean, I just kept on waiting and I was like watching TikTok, I guess.
Our TikTok at Brooke and Jeffrey. Good idea, Vincent.
Thanks for the
You
shout
know
out.
it.
I love when Jeffrey, every time there's a moment, his eyebrows raise like, I can plug it.
Yeah.
That's-
We appreciate you following us
He's
on
like, so
TikTok.
what did you two do? Speaking of YouTube,
Yeah.
we're also on there.
I mean, why didn't she just reschedule?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
That's a
or why
little bit
didn't
too
it,
late.
why
Yeah.
didn't you?
It was just one of those things where it kept on getting pushed. So like
Yeah.
every 10, 15 minutes, she was like, okay, I think we're wrapping
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
And then she would apologize. And then she would
Yeah.
I felt like she felt really bad about it all. So I kept on being like, no, don't worry. You know, you work, it's busy. I understand. Like sometimes I have late nights as well. But
Yeah.
Totally.
She would have felt like she had blown it if you had canceled on the date at the last second
She
there.
did blow it, though.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't
Well,
know that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I mean, like, when you finally meet her, is she totally fried? Like, she's
Yeah.
now been working like a
Overtime,
12-hour day,
yeah.
overtime.
that's exactly what happened. When she finally like came downstairs, she just kind of looked totally exhausted. But she still wanted to go out. And
Yeah.
I said, you want to just call it? She was like, no, you waited all this time. Like, let's go at least for a drink or something.
Well, at least
Yeah.
it shows you that she's considerate, bro. I mean, she knows she's late. She's self-aware.
See, I
Some
don't
people
know.
we talk to have no idea what they did
It sounds
wrong.
like I mean, I have this tendency too where you think you have all this time. She just sounds like a terrible time management thing. She
Organizer.
shouldn't have even planned a date for that night.
So, I mean, did you end up actually going out with her, or was that it?
Yeah, no, we did. We got to the bar and we had a good time. And we also we played this random game. We just came up with it at the time. We were called art or not art, where we just like pointed at random things in the bar or random
Right. But let's talk about the fun parts of the date, though.
That is fun. Art or not art?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Okay.
No.
They're like, no, that's just a table.
have
Yeah.
nothing else to talk about?
All right. What was the most fun piece of art in the bar?
I don't know. I kind of like noticed this one kind of schlubby looking guy who was in the corner and he was kind of like doubled over his drink a little
Yeah.
bit. And I pointed at that. I was like, do you think that's art? But like the way that the light was kind of projected from above him, I thought was very artistic, and she did as
Hey,
well.
look, it's overweight statue of David.
I feel like that had to be their moment.
David.
If you guys bonded over it, then
Yeah.
all the power to you. So how did
That's
the
all
night
that
end?
matters.
Right?
But yeah, no, I mean, after we played that, her energy still was super low, even after the march.
She wanted to
Slumped over
play,
guy under the fluorescent lights didn't get her all jazzed up.
I think she wanted to play nap or no nap. Is what it
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah,
like.
that's for sure.
God, it's just
Okay.
such a bad night to catch her on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you leave it?
It kind of just ended super abruptly. Like
Oh.
I suggested changing venues, or I had a couple of friends who were going out to a different bar, and then she just kept on kind of turning everything down and yawning, and
Oh.
so it was just like a weird ending. She just kind of like hugged me,
And then
and
cuddled up underneath the drunk guy and
Yeah.
was like, just leave me here.
Yeah, me and him can cuddle.
Yeah. So how long has it been since you last talked to her?
it's been a essentially like 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
She may have just been
Do you know-
sleeping this
Well,
whole
Yeah, she's
time.
just in a big recovery nap.
It's hibernation.
If she had a huge project for work, she may have still been swamped.
Yeah.
Like maybe she just hasn't had time.
Well, we're going to call her in just a few minutes here, and we're going to tell her work isn't that important. You
Yeah.
need to
Yeah,
date.
love's
That's actually
important.
that's a good. I like
Yeah.
that life lesson.
We'll tell
Yeah.
her to blow off her work plans and go out with you one more time when we get your second date update
Yeah.
right after this.
All right.
Hold on, okay? It's the first date that was worth the wait.
Oh, I mean, not really,
Kinda.
but yeah.
I mean, at least that's what we're hoping for in the end.
Right.
Because one of our listeners, Vincent, says he sat in his car outside of Jackie's work
Oh wait,
for
I
3 hours.
don't know why I just assumed he was at like at a coffee shop or something. He sat in his car this entire time.
I thought that's what he said.
Oh, I didn't realize that either, actually.
Let me ask him.
Bro, you were in your car?
Vince, were you in your car the whole time?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Jeff just
Oh,
made it
That's
up.
better.
God, you made it sound so much more
All right.
pathetic, Jeffrey.
You know what? Let's start it again.
Yeah.
One of our listeners, Vincent, was sat in the vicinity of her workplace
Yes.
Okay,
for
within a mile.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also
Waiting
sad.
for her to finish so that they could hit the bars
Yeah.
together.
It didn't make it that much
He
better.
was just watching TikTok videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of commitment from a guy that most women would dream of. Your husband wouldn't wait 3 hours for you to do anything.
Wow, that kind of that's a little harsh, Jeffrey.
He's like accurate, but
But see, that's the kind
I
of...
wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't wait for 3 hours
There's a
for
thing
him
is being
either.
too available.
yeah, good point, Alexis.
Committed is the type of guy that Vincent is, so we're
Okay.
all eager to help him. But Vince, first we got to do a couple prank calls, so if you could just hold on for like 2 hours.
That's very funny. I'm not waiting for this. So.
Oh.
There we go.
There
Look at-
it
he's a
is.
demanding
He's
man
learned.
He's
now.
learning from his
Yeah.
lessons.
Put your
That's
foot
all we
down.
can ask
Yeah.
for. All right.
Unless they're really quick, and then I can wait a little bit.
Oh,
Okay.
no, bro.
We're back to the starting point.
You're
again.
too nice.
I don't know
dude.
how you
You
have
know-
so much free
Yeah,
time.
what? Do you have plans there?
I appreciate your openness for us, Vincent. We're going to do our best here. We're going to call Jackie. You ready?
Yeah, super ready. Thanks.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, we're looking for Jackie.
Yep, this is she.
Hey, Jackie. You're on the radio right now with Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Welcome to the show, Jackie.
Hey, what's up?
Surprise.
Ah.
That's
Wait,
Brooke's
what?
surprise sound.
That's exciting.
Why? What?
Yeah, good question. We do a segment on this show called the Second Date Update. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but we try to help out listeners who've gone out with someone recently and are having trouble setting up a second date. And so
Okay,
you went out with a guy named Vincent who wants to see you again.
I did.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think about
Oh.
Vincent?
I mean, he's a very nice guy. Here,
Oh.
Oh, man, nice guys.
No, it's just like that description always. Like if you were to
Yeah.
describe a girl as like, oh, she's a very nice woman.
Yeah,
like,
it's the same thing. No one wants to be nice.
You're not 100% in on Vincent yet.
honestly, I don't know if I like anybody.
Oh.
Oh, you are like,
Okay.
like
So it's not Vincent, it's just
Okay.
people.
Sure.
Yeah.
just humans.
I mean,
Okay.
I think a lot of people can relate to that sentiment.
Before we walk down the lonely path with you, can we go back to the date night? Because Vincent says you made him wait for 3 hours
Yikes.
outside of your work.
Yeah.
He wasn't complaining about that, but he just said
Okay.
that he
It's a
was
fact.
willing to wait for that long in order to see him, and that's a long time for a guy to wait.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Well, so I kind of lied.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't actually at work, really.
What?
Wait, what?
He said that you were texting the entire time, and you're like, you had some deadline, and
kept
it
going
kept
later
going
and later.
later.
What the heck?
I know I was at home in my pajamas with my cats reading a book.
Oh, that's
Hold
so
on.
rude.
Oh, that's
Dude.
bad.
I was just like kind of hoping he'd just give up after a while and, go out.
Oh,
No.
man.
Why? Why did you want him to give up? Why he made this whole plan with you?
Well, here's the thing. I really like the idea of dating and having a boyfriend and going out and having a great time. But like in my heart of hearts, I am just a homebody
And like, it gives me a little bit of stress to go out. And I was like, maybe he'll just stop texting and be like, oh, okay, it sounds like you're working too late.
Yeah, you were
cancel
too
the
far.
date.
Yeah, you just like it's way more stressful to lie to someone for 3 hours
Yeah.
and feel terrible about it. I assume you
Well,
felt bad, right? Like
I did. And that's why, like, I re-put on my work clothes. And I drove to my office because he's like waiting around like a bar right by my office. So I was like, okay, he's going to see me not come out of my office. So like I snuck into
oh
the,
my God.
Oh,
parking
Why are you
garage.
laughing?
no wonder she was tired on the date. She was literally in bed right before it started.
Did you have any fun on the date?
I mean, like, yeah, he's very nice and I mean, he waited, I guess, and had some fun. And he like did this thing because I like art and stuff. He did this thing where we played like.
we got the full art breakdown. Yeah, we
Jeff hates the art
fully
breakdown.
versed on all of the arts.
It's gonna be bedtime for us if you
I'm
don't
good
do
on
that.
it.
Overall, what it comes down to, it sounds like you wish that you could have a boyfriend, but when it comes down to actually doing it and actually going through with the dates,
Right.
you would rather not be doing any of that.
My dream date is like sit on the couch and watch a movie.
Oh, I feel you,
Like,
sister.
Well,
Get takeout.
we're going to adjust your dream
Absolutely.
date to being surprised on the radio by a mystery man on the other line who wants to talk to you.
Who's that?
Oh, you didn't guess.
It's Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big mystery.
I didn't have to spell it
course.
out. Yeah, he's there listening.
Oh God.
Vince?
We think.
I've been here. I'm just trying to process.
Oh.
What,
God.
Oh man.
What's going through your head, Vincent?
Yeah, are you mad?
No, I'm not mad. I'm just more confused of like, why didn't you just say I'm just not feeling it? That just seems so much easier.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I was like, I've said it to people in the past, and they've just kind of been a kind of a jerk. So I just was avoiding all of that awkwardness, and I was like, it'll be so much easier for you to make the decision not to hang out.
Oh, then you'll feel less guilty if he cancels.
I think dating both people want to bail
Do you-
equally for the night of.
no, seriously.
Honestly.
Vincent, do you want to
honestly.
apologize for not bailing sooner on the date?
I mean, yeah, maybe I should have bailed, I guess. Maybe I should have had that sort of like self-respect earlier on.
Oof. Oof. I wouldn't go. Don't go too hard on yourself. You know,
I
like
don't
She
know.
kept like breadcrumbing you
Yeah.
and saying, "Oh, I'm almost off. I'm almost off. Give me a second."
And I didn't realize, how much someone would want to go out on a date with me, I guess.
Oh, you're worthy of a date.
It was which is why, I put my pants on and went
We're proud
out.
of you.
Wow.
yeah. So
Not a lot of women are willing to do that
Yeah.
for guys.
Yeah.
Vincent, you got a
The
girl to
opposite.
put her pants on instead of take them off.
Yeah.
You know?
Do the whole rigmarole
Yeah.
for you, Vince.
Yeah.
But now
It's
it just kind of feels like indicative of a larger problem. It's like, let's say we do enter in a relationship, or let's say something actually does get tougher in our relationship. Are you just going to shut down like that in a larger capacity?
Oh
Like,
God.
Don't think about that stuff.
I thought you were just gonna think about like, what if there's a cool party and she doesn't want to go with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like if I'm comfortable with the person, it's much easier to turn off the loud noise in the outside. But
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
people on first dates.
It's just like the first, second, third dates are
Yeah.
always a little
I mean,
tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dating's hard right now. You can kind of understand that, right, Vincent?
yeah, dating is really hard. I know that because I waited 3 hours for somebody.
Good job. Brooke.
All right. Well, they both went through pain that night.
Yeah.
And maybe it brought you guys closer together.
It's possible. And Vincent, if you heard Jackie, she likes to do stuff at home. Don't you maybe want to like snuggle up, watch some Netflix?
Dude, those
Both
are the-
put on your PJs.
Some of the best dates I've ever had were all delivery, all on a couch, just talking.
You could,
No pants on.
yeah, you could pet
Yeah.
a cat and
Okay.
we'll pay for
You
it.
guys-
No, I do like that. I'm not a total extrovert by any means.
Oh.
I think we have some good momentum here, and that's why I want to offer to send you guys on another date. On us.
Ooh.
Can we
get food
Or we
delivered?
can, yeah.
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 We'll
He's
give
like
you
a-
an Uber Eats tab so you can
Ooh.
deliver food in.
like a gift card.
Yeah.
Maybe like a daytime date, just so like
Oh,
it's not after a long day of work and I'm tired and
Hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
yeah.
I see what she's doing. He's
What?
going to show up to her apartment and she'll already be back at work.
Oh, because it's daytime.
Yeah. So then she'll have to sneak into her own apartment through the back
Oh,
way,
I hope not.
through the fire escape.
It does feel a little strange. I
But-
mean, only say yes if you really want to go, Jackie, please.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got to get out of my comfort zone. And now that you already know my entire story, I don't have to explain it to you anymore.
Vincent, she was open and honest. She's a little bit socially anxious when it comes to first dates. But now that you've got the first one out of the
That's
way,
a good way
the
to put
second
it.
one should be super easy. What do you think?
I think as long as it's like an Uber Eats thing or whatever, give it to her and put it in her court. And
Oh, you want her to make the effort.
No, she's going to order without you.
Blame yourself, bro.
It's a classic Alexis move.
Who wouldn't? Why would you wait?
If you're on a date,
Mm-hmm.
there's certain telltale nonverbal signs that a lady is really, really into you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They do things like twirl their hair,
Mhm.
lick their lips seductively over and over and
Whoa,
over.
that's aggressive.
Wait, you like that?
It's just the sign. And
Gross.
they giggle at everything that you say.
Mhm.
The women in this room are trying so hard not to burst out
Yeah.
in laughter
Yep.
at every single word.
Wait a minute,
Right,
I've been laughing
ladies?
at you this whole time.
Yeah, well, we all know that. Why?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Brooke almost giggled right there.
You two are a better couple. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Honestly.
Ladies, leave us alone.
Well, one of our female listeners openly admits she was giving all the signals to her date. But why didn't he reciprocate? We're going to find out when we do your brand new second date update right after this.
Oh,
No.
which one of you did that?
Brooke, have you ever been straight up rejected for a kiss before?
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
besides what just
mean-
happened in the break room
Yeah.
2 minutes ago when we reached for the same Luna bar. I'm talking about in like a date or a shady dive bar scenario. You ever been shot down?
I can't remember being shut down. I feel like men are always like, whether they like you or not, they're up for a makeout session.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, but
That is true. We have very low standards.
yeah.
And that's why one of our listeners, Brittany, is feeling very confused because according to her email, her night out ended with her lipstick completely unsmeared by kissing.
Aw.
So let's talk to her. Brittany, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
You know, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, my husband was pretty prude when we first met. And
And now he's
I
a
mean,
total freak.
yeah. we kissed right away, but we didn't do anything else for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good for him.
Yeah,
for
I think it's
holding
the
off.
other way around for you. You do the good stuff right away, and then
Yeah.
you kiss a little
Right.
bit down the
Yeah.
road.
Typically.
We'll get to the kiss eventually, but let's start at the very beginning. Who's the guy that you met?
Oh, his name is Ryan.
Ryan? Okay, and I'm just guessing you met him on an app. Is that true?
How'd you know?
Ah.
Psychic.
Way it goes.
Psychic on the show, yeah.
What'd you like about him?
Well, he wasn't holding a fish. That was a big green flag for me.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, most
Yeah.
dudes. Yeah, exactly.
Also, I noticed he volunteers with kids. That was one of his pictures, and I do too. And so,
Oh,
That's cute.
great.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
And you do it too, so you guys can bond over that.
Yeah, for sure. What'd you guys do for your date?
so we ended up we went to a bar.
Mhm.
And so when we're at the bar, we're trying to make conversations. And the cool thing about this bar is they've got a whole wall of board games that you can play.
Oh, that's
Oh,
always so
because
fun.
kids get to go to that bar too?
No, Jeff.
And I think it's because adults like to play board games as well.
Oh, really?
I was at a bar last night that had Connect 4.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, Connect 4's fun.
Yeah.
That's a
These
good
are
point.
adult places.
Yeah.
Really? So that's okay. That's interesting. So you played some board games with him?
We did. And my favorite is Scrabble. That's probably controversial. People think it's
Oh.
boring. I like it.
You either love it or you don't.
I'm
There's
with
no
you.
in between.
I mean, I
I'm
don't,
with
I don't
you.
think it's a very romantic game to play with each other.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I guess it does depend on what you're spelling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's kind of funny you say that because
Uh-oh.
Oh.
my idea was to kind of mix it up. And I came up with Dirty Scrabble.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, okay. I'm
What-
interested. What is Dirty Scrabble?
Yeah, what are the rules here? Or are there none?
Oh,
That's the point.
you're only allowed to say or spell kind of naughty words, like nothing crazy, but you know,
Okay.
like lick or slap. I think he played slap at one point.
Okay.
Or like-
Daddy issues.
Probably just daddy.
Oh,
I think just
daddy.
daddy.
That
Yeah.
would have been
Okay.
a lot of points.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun.
That's a smart twist on it.
Honestly, it was so fun. Like it totally set the mood. We were drinking and we had great talks. Like, it broke the ice. We talked about family, life. Like, it was, and we laughed the whole time. Like, it was honestly so fun.
Oh,
Hey. I mean,
nice.
sounds
Oh my
awesome
God.
then.
So, I mean, I get while you were confused you didn't get a kiss because, like, you're spelling naughty words, you are drinking.
Can you tell us, like, can you bring us to that moment when you thought the kiss was gonna happen?
Yeah. So it was the end of our date, and I was feeling very comfortable because we had obviously talked about all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty confident person. And before I left, I said something along the lines of like, "Oh, are you really going to leave here without kissing me?"
Oh.
Nice.
I don't. Is that
Right.
nice?
Oh, I think it's really nice.
that's
It
bad.
just like
Yeah.
opens the window.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
it's-
saying do it.
But the tone of it is like, oh, really, dummy?
Yeah.
You're really gonna leave here without making a move on me?
Jeffrey,
Okay,
not everything
wuss.
is an insult. Like, you take things so personally. She's just being flirty.
I mean,
just
you
like
know?
I'm sorry to disappoint you already.
but it is a little bit forward, and some guys can
It
be
is
taken back
forward.
by that. How did he react?
He got kind of weird. He said, "I'm not sure if that's a good idea."
Oh,
Hmm.
that's not a good response.
Lame response.
I mean, like, if you weren't going to do it now, you would say, like, well, maybe later. Like, you'd
Yeah.
tease back or something, right? You'd be playful back.
Mhm.
But that's not a good idea, does it? Like, what was going through your head?
I mean, I kind of brushed it off. Like, I tried to maintain my confidence, and
Yeah,
I wasn't going to press him.
Okay.
that is not good.
Mm.
Is everybody else in the room thinking what I'm thinking?
What?
Probably
That
not.
he
They-
had some kind of disease?
Oh, no.
Or like some cold sore going on? They be covered up with makeup?
It
I
did
was like,
not.
sorry, I'm a leopard.
That was
That's
my-
not a good idea.
My head immediately went
Are you
there.
serious?
Well, why else would he turn her down if they had such a great time?
Because he
I don't
wasn't
know.
attracted to her. I
Oh,
mean, is
That's
that
the only option? I
oh,
mean,
you're the one with
anymore.
she's ugly.
You can
I'm
go
not
the
saying
other
she's
way.
ugly. You could be super beautiful and not be attractive to someone. How did you take
possible.
it? How did you take it?
Yeah, that's the most important.
I'm usually pretty positive, so I thought, okay, maybe he thought I was too tipsy, and
Oh,
so he wanted to be
okay.
respectful,
That's
and
good.
he gave me a hug.
Yeah, he wants you
Okay.
to remember the kiss.
I like that angle better. That's much kinder
I
than
think we
mine.
should
I
agree.
apologize.
But then now he's not calling you back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, because I'm like, I'm just confused now.
That's what real gentlemen do.
Oh, yeah, ghost you?
Yeah, they ghost
cute.
for years and
Yeah.
years.
I'll call her in 8 years.
Yeah.
And finally kiss her.
So much respect.
Yeah.
Chivalrous.
He's just waiting for you to sober up. So are you
Uh-huh.
sober now?
Yeah, I'm sober now.
Oh, took you a while to respond there. So
That's good. She thought about it.
you did.
Yeah.
That's a clear mind, and
Yep.
that's what we need when we come back
Mm.
and we call Ryan for you and try and get you your second date update, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hold on. We just learned a new twist on the board game Scrabble thanks to our listener Brittany and her
Yeah,
date.
we
Oh,
did.
yeah. I'm playing later at home.
Because they
I feel
played,
bad for your kids.
No, not with the kids. With my husband.
because it's called Dirty Scrabble.
Yeah.
Where you only put down suggestive and flirtatious words to really set the mood. Like moist mama's man cakes.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
K is a good letter to play.
Yeah.
Brooke, you gotta focus
Yeah.
on the words, not the
Yeah.
score.
I'm
okay,
sorry,
nerd?
but if you can get a zaddy in there, that Z is going to get you places.
I just
all
got
right?
a triple word score
Yeah.
on that one. 1,842 points for Jeffrey.
Oh,
I don't think you've ever scored Scrabble in your life.
Don't play with me, Brooke. I got
Okay.
too many naughty words up in this melon.
Okay.
Ooh, melons. There's another
Hey,
one.
there we go.
And another 40 points. But
You've used all your M's.
even though Dirty Scrabble went great that night, the first kiss did not.
No.
In fact, it didn't even happen because her date Ryan said, I don't know if this is a good idea.
We said it's not a good idea. There was
Yeah.
no question about it.
Which is
Yeah.
weird because I think every single one of us in this room would have kissed you in that moment,
Oh.
Brittany.
Sure.
That's right.
Aw.
We would have done a group kiss.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
I think she also just turned us down. So, which is fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You don't think that's a very good idea?
Yeah.
I'm open-minded. Listen, I'm kind of lonely, so.
Okay. Oh,
All
sweet
right.
girl.
All right. Well, I'm not going to put that information out when we call Ryan. I'm just going to ask him why he's not calling you back, all right?
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'll offer to group kiss at the
Yeah.
end if he says yes. But let's do it. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, I'm looking for Ryan.
Yeah, this is he.
And sorry, not just me. An entire room of people is looking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brooke and
Ryan.
Jeffrey Morning Show.
Hey.
Did I win something or I don't?
Well, you may, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your lucky day. Somebody likes you. No?
Oh,
Anybody?
okay,
You
what
got
did
some backup, Jeff?
You leave me hanging all the time. How does it feel? No, we're doing a segment on this show, Ryan, called Second Date Update. You ever heard of that before?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
To
cool.
jog your memory, it's where we reach out to people who've gone on dates recently to try and figure out why there hasn't been a second date yet.
Yeah,
And-
because the person that is interested in them reached out to us.
Right.
to
And
begin with.
the person who reached out to us is Brittany.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys had such a fun night from what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was a date.
I mean, it's to each
It was
their
a
own.
date. Dang.
We heard you played board games. Some people love them. Some people don't.
See, Ryan, that's how it works. She calls and tells us about the date that you went on
Mm-hmm.
so that we get a little bit of the background information.
Yeah.
And then we go to you to see if you can fill in some of the blanks for us.
Oh, okay. Well, what did she say about the date?
She mentioned going to a bar,
Mm-hmm.
playing Scrabble with a little
Sexy
bit of
Scrabble.
twist on it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was
Oh.
Was that fun?
Yeah, that was great. What else did she say?
I mean, that was kind of it. Just you guys laughed a lot. She said that.
A lot of laughing, a
Yeah.
lot of joking around and sharing happy memories, I think.
A lot of flirting.
But not sharing lips.
Yeah.
That was the big question mark for her, was that at the end of the night, there was no kiss.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were going to mention that.
Uh-huh. Well, did she say anything like about me, like about what I like look like or whatever? Like,
What you look like? She
No.
said
No.
she actually didn't mention anything at all. We just kind of assumed that she was attracted to you since she wanted to kiss you.
Yeah.
we take it you're handsome.
Why, you uggo?
no, no, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm ugly. I'm not going to call her back.
What's going on, man? We're trying to help Brittany out to get some answers here.
Well, there were, dude. That's weird.
We like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
Well,
weird.
this is different.
Okay. Try us.
When we were playing that game,
The Scrabble game?
Yeah. You know, it takes a while to like come up with words or whatever. So you have to, we're just like talking and
Uh-huh.
stuff, and she keeps like looking at me and like smiling. You know, on dates, when people do that, just like stop and they're just like smiling and they like let you see them smile or whatever.
Is
Okay.
that a bad thing?
That sounds kind of sweet.
No, yeah. Except then I smiled back and she was like, "It's crazy. You just look so much like my brother."
Oh, that's not what I thought was going to happen.
What?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You-
That's a mood
Did she
killer.
mean like my bro, like friend?
No.
Even that's
Nobody
not
says
good.
that.
I don't know.
I try to give her the benefit of the doubt, like she was making a joke, you know.
Oh, I could see that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like trying
And
to
so
be
I, like,
funny.
Sure.
So I laughed and kind of went back to the game, and she was just like, "No, like you have his eyes. Like you just look so much like my brother."
Oh, no.
You know,
She didn't take the hint.
Hmm.
I mean, at least it was
No.
eyes, right?
Please don't tell me that's when she was like, "Kiss me, you fool."
No.
No. She asked about the kiss at the end of the date, but I just like, could not get that out of my head. Like I was literally like, "Oh, what do you want to kiss your brother right now?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
like a. Oh, man.
Maybe you're just like a generic looking dude. You know, I'm just trying to give her any benefit of the doubt.
So
like,
that's
and her
rude.
brother. are
Brooke, of
generic
course,
looking?
tries to
I
normalize
don't
this.
know.
Yeah, she's like,
I'm not trying. She just
First
seemed
10
nice.
guys at the store, and now you. Crazy. Everyone looks
I
like
don't
him.
know.
Oh.
It's
So-
disturbing a little bit.
Yeah.
Look, Ryan, we hadn't heard that part of the story, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, we should be asking, though, Brittany about it,
Brittany.
who is on the other line right now.
Oh, girl.
And she wants to talk to you. Brittany, talk to your
Brother.
brother lookalike.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
She's on the phone.
Yeah, that's how the segment works.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my.
yeah.
Okay. I totally forgot that happened. Like, that wasn't even on my radar. Like, that was just some random comment. Like, I remember it now.
Oh, okay. So you're saying you admit he does look like your brother.
Oh. Or you were trying to be funny.
And it is funny. It is just a compliment because my brother's very good looking.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Okay.
Dude. You're saying your brother is good looking, your brother's hot, and I do look like him?
Oh.
Yes, and that's a good thing because he's a good looking person. You're both good looking people. It's not
I
like I
don't-
said, oh, you remind me of my dad, or oh, you have the same hot body as my brother.
Why, do you have-
Poor girl.
Hot body.
Oh,
You just said
someone
hot body
help
of your
her.
brother.
Oh, I don't think that's what she means. You're not attracted to your brother.
She just said he has a hot body and he's hot.
But you don't think it's a misunderstanding?
Well,
I just
it's
think
hard to
it's-
misunderstand it,
It's
Brooke.
hard to
feel
compare
bad
those
for her.
two in
Compare
general.
him to literally any other man in the world.
Yeah.
I just need to clear things up.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah.
My brother is very good looking. He has a very hot body. But what I'm saying is that so do you. And so it's a compliment. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
The compliment goes out the window.
Yeah.
It's like a family comparison.
It's just like,
So I know you're saying I look like him, but you're saying your brother has a hot body. You're saying your brother's hotter than me? His body's hotter than me?
oh, now it's a competition?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is rough.
Who has
man.
more abs?
I've only seen my brother in a swimsuit. I haven't seen you in one, so I can't say. I don't know.
Uh-oh, next date, pool party
That's
with the family.
valid.
Little flex off competition
No.
between you and Brittany's brother, and we can.
Yeah, I don't know. She sounded too disappointed about only seeing him in a swimsuit.
Oh, no.
We gotta meet in the middle, guys. I think
Yeah.
you're too focused on the brother, and she's like clueless how weird it sounds.
Give
Yeah.
me a break, you guys. Come on. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Never said I'm attracted to my brother. Not once. I'm just saying he has good physical attributes. That's all I'm saying.
And,
Ah.
I mean, they've done all sorts of scientific research that say you end up like liking people that look kind of like you, and her and her brother share the same genetics.
And I bet her brother doesn't play dirty Scrabble as good as you play it, right?
Oh, gosh. That's gross, you guys. I've never played dirty Scrabble with my brother.
Good.
See, that's a
Oh.
positive.
There's
There
something
we
that
go.
you have that her
Yeah.
brother doesn't, all
Brooke
right?
just told us before you guys got on the phone she's playing with her family tonight.
Yeah.
So now you look way
My
better
husband.
in comparison.
But if you really want to stick it to Brittany's brother, then you should go out on a date with her.
Oh, sounds like she wants to stick it to her
Oh,
brother.
stop it. Stop it.
Sorry, I'm kidding.
Stop it.
And that way you can make Brittany's brother jealous.
That is
What
not
do you
the
say,
way to
Ryan?
sell it.
It's already been sold.
It's the battle for Brittany.
What do you
Come
think,
on.
Ryan? We're going to pay for that date if you go out with her.
Okay, before you make up your mind, listen. I'm not attracted to my brother. Let's just be super clear about that.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I thought that we had a great time together. I'm sorry there was a misunderstanding. And if you can just look past my hot body brother comments.
Aw.
She's been such a good sport about all of this, too.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do it, but under one condition.
Oh.
We
Okay.
have to just pretend that this never happened. No jokes about it. No whatever. We're just moving past it, okay?
Oh, so okay,
Okay.
erase it.
Oh,
All right.
I'm so glad he said that. I thought he was going to say threesome. So thank God. Ryan, you're my hero. That's a successful second date update. I heard something the other day where having a little bit of drama or mystery or danger, even when you first meet someone, isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Like Alexis's past two boyfriends, who are both on the no-fly list.
Hey, I think one got deported
Always a
even.
conversation starter.
Yeah. Is that an aerosol can, liquid, or gel in a container over 3 ounces in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
What a bad boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, one of our listeners says she met a guy the other night who almost got her arrested.
What?
Oh.
Hey.
And her response to that, I need to date that man.
Ah.
You're going to find out what happened in your brand new second date update right after this. Brooke, how many times have you been in a concert and thought, forget the band, I want to get backstage with that security guard? Show him how to really use that
Oh.
flashlight.
I did have a security guard usher me into a concert for free once.
What?
Oh, what did you have to do to
Usher
get
you
that?
in?
Yeah, he like let me jump in the van and go into the back.
Well, that's
I just had to look
sketchy.
really
Wait a
pathetic
minute.
in the parking lot because my boyfriend left me there because he had a ticket and I didn't.
Oh, so he's like, you can hop in
What a
my
crappy
van if you're by
boyfriend. Look,
yourself.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
So you just had to be yourself,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
That's what one of our listeners says happened to her the other night. Her name is Claire, and apparently she met a concert security guard.
Oh, what's
so,
up, Claire?
it's an honor and a privilege to have you on this morning's show. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning.
Claire, did he have a van for you to hop in as well?
Every good security guard should have a van.
Yeah.
You know?
Tell us about the security guard. Who is he?
His name's Kevin.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you meet him at a concert or is this just what he does for work?
He was working and I was at the concert. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did he catch your eye immediately, or how did that happen?
Well, he came up to me actually to ask me to get off a chair that I was on.
Oh, you were in trouble?
Yeah, to reprimand you.
Okay. I thought it was going to be some romantic line.
Yeah.
No, but he did catch my eye. I thought he was really cute. I was kind of tipsy and probably being a little annoying, but I was like, he was like, this is a safety hazard. And I was like, I'm just trying to get a better view. I'm short, please.
You're a safety hazard, Mr. Big Biceps.
Jeff, you'd be good at flirting.
Did you say that you asked him to lift you up so you could see? Is that what you just said?
No, I should have. That would have been good. I was just like, let me stand here so I can see.
Yeah,
Put me on your shoulders.
Okay.
So he asked you to get down from the chair.
Yeah, so he eventually got me down, but I mean, I thought he was pretty cute, and so I actually took a cocktail napkin and wrote my number down on it.
Oh my God.
And I put it in his shirt pocket and was like, if you need to yell at me or teach me any more about concert safety later, text me.
Wow.
I like him putting it in his shirt. That's a little bit of here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is from
Yeah,
me to you.
bold.
Oh my God.
I like it.
I can't believe he actually called you. Because I don't mean you're not cute or anything.
Yeah,
but it's
no.
How many drunk people does he come across that are?
I must be special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, that's cool. So he reached out?
Yeah, the next day, actually, he texted me, and we were kind of laughing at it. I had saved him as concert police in my phone, because that's what I was calling him all night.
Wait, you were drunk dialing him that night?
No, just at the show. I was like, okay, concert police.
Okay. It's your cute pet name for him.
Yeah.
I get it.
And what did it call you? Annoying short girl.
Yeah.
Hey, annoying short chair girl, leave me alone.
But, I apologize for whatever being drunk and how I acted. We had a good laugh about it.
Good.
And then and so we eventually decided to meet up for dinner and have an official date.
Oh my gosh. Were you nervous? Are you is he going to be as cute as I remember?
So true.
I mean, a little bit. You never know how it's going to be after.
Right.
It's over.
Well, and it's dark, the music's loud, you've been drinking.
Beer goggles.
And he's in a uniform.
Yeah.
So where did you guys end up going for a date?
We got Italian, which is my
Nice.
favorite, so perfect.
What'd you think when you saw him?
Yeah, I still thought he was cute, but I was like, oh, well, I wish you were still wearing your security uniform because you look so cute in it. You look good in that. And I mean, he laughed, whatever. It was fine. We started off well.
You sound like a really good flirter. So at least it sounds like you put the vibe out on your end for sure.
Yeah, I try.
Good.
So we ended up we decided we just wanted to try a bunch of stuff. So we just split a bunch of food on the menu, which was fun.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
and the food was good. We were having a good time. We were having fun.
It's an Italian restaurant, so did you try the Lady in the Tramp move? Did you try to set it up at least?
We didn't. We actually did not do that.
Yeah.
They got maybe the tour of Italy.
Smart. Yeah.
3 different things on
What
it.
I mean, besides the food and sharing the food, what were some of the highlights for you with him?
I don't know. We just joked around. He told me about other drunk girls he's met at concerts. Made me feel better about myself. I was not the worst.
Oh, I bet he has some good stories.
Worst
yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
You didn't make the top 5 worst girls, so we're in the clear.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
And it was going really well, but everything kind of changed at the end when the bill came.
Why?
Uh-oh.
So Kevin noticed on it there were some discrepancies, some stuff on the bill didn't seem right.
Yeah.
Oh.
We split a salad, but then they charged us for 2 salads instead.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, it was justified. He wasn't being a total Karen, but he has to talk to a manager and stuff about it.
And they
Right.
took care of it, I assume.
Yeah. So he had to go into the back and talk to someone,
What?
and it did take a little while. It was a good 10 or 15 minutes or so.
That's kind of weird.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's awkward.
I feel like he went back
You know-
and beat somebody up now.
I mean, typically
Right.
your server would just be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Let me
I'll talk to my
change it."
manager.
Yeah.
And so after that, his mood just kind of changed for the rest of the night. He just kind of felt off.
It ruined his whole night.
Weird.
It kind of felt like it did. He just didn't seem the same. And then after that, he hasn't really been talking to me.
Whoa.
At first, I was like, maybe he just felt like that was a weird ending, so he just wanted to give me a couple days, or he just felt weird about it. But now it's been over a week, and so I'm like, was there something else? Was there another issue I didn't know about? And
Well, Jeffrey, you've been in a lot of back rooms at Italian restaurants. What goes down back there?
Well, usually I'm paying extra for what happens, and I'm not trying to pay
It's
less.
the opposite.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
So-
the off menu
Yeah.
things,
At
the
least we
secret
can
order.
pinpoint the moment that everything changed,
Yeah,
right?
but it doesn't sound like it's your fault, whatever it is.
Exactly.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's awkward on a date. It's
yeah.
silly.
So maybe it just left him with a bad taste, and that's why he hasn't
Maybe,
you know,
yeah.
called back.
Were there any other weird moments from the date besides the bill?
Not that I can think of. Everything else was pretty normal. You know, I was having fun. I didn't really clock anything. Like, he didn't seem weird to me. But I don't know. His mood just totally changed after the bill problem.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to come back. We're going to call Kevin for you, and we're going to try and get you a second date update right after this, all right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank
Hold
you.
on. Whenever we do these calls and there's a problem with the bill, usually that's an issue over who should pay.
Right.
Does the guy handle it? Should the girl offer? Which exit door should we dine and dash out of? Those are the types of things that go through your mind. But with Claire and her date Kevin, they had a different problem. They noticed that they were getting overcharged on their bill. And that's why Kevin went to the back to talk to a manager about it for a while, a few minutes. And while Claire thought that was totally justified, kind of ruined his mood for the rest of the night. And that could be why he hasn't reached out yet for another date.
Maybe he's mad that they didn't give him a free dessert. I mean, usually when they mess up the bill, you get a free dessert.
He's like, we're an Italian restaurant. Where's my tiramisu?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Is that right, Claire? No free dessert at the Italian place?
No free dessert.
See?
We
I got to
figured
the
it
bottom
out.
of it.
We don't even need to call him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he found an even smaller, even more obnoxious girl at another concert that he was doing security at. And that's his type. He wants his Thumbelina.
It isn't so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, who has to stand on the tallest chair to see anything?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel you, though.
Yeah.
Concerts suck for short people. Thank you.
Yeah.
But there's got to be some sort of logical explanation for this. We're going to call him right now. You ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Kevin?
Yeah, this is Kevin. Who's this?
Sorry, did I catch you in the bathroom or something? It's a little bit echoey.
No, I was actually cooking something, but that's fine.
Oh,
in the
nice.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hi, Kevin.
What you cooking?
I'm making some pasta.
Oh,
Okay, some nice morning pasta. It's good for you.
I love Italian. It's to prep for work, so.
You are so friendly.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever just
Yeah.
launched into a full conversation with somebody
Right.
before.
You haven't even
guy.
asked who we are yet. You know, we're a radio station.
I feel like he's going to invite us over
Oh.
before.
Okay.
We're doing a segment called the Second Date Update, where we're trying to help out one of our listeners. You took out to actually an Italian place the other night named Claire.
Claire, rings a bell. Yeah, I think so.
Rings a bell.
Oh.
You went to a whole dinner with her.
Didn't you have a really nice night with her? Because her descriptions sound like you guys really connected.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, this is a girl that I met at the concert because I work as a security at some concerts and I do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. It sounds
Okay.
like you're going out with a lot of different women if you can't tell.
Which is fine.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm single, so I'm dating.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good.
Claire's the one that kept calling you concert police. Like, apparently that was her, like, funny nickname for you.
I mean, it is my job.
Okay.
Well, our job is to call people like you and try to figure out why you're not going out with some of our listeners again.
Radio police, open up.
That's what Claire is wondering.
Well, okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I remember we went out to dinner. We went and had Italian. And
Yeah, no, you don't have to run us through the whole story. We've actually heard it before.
Yeah.
from her.
Okay,
Jeff.
perfect then.
I think we just need the part where, like, you're not calling her back anymore and she's confused because it seems like you guys had a good connection.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to recap a little bit. So I remember that when the bill came, I went to the back to talk to the manager, and then when I'm coming back, I see something weird. You know how they put this olive oil kind of dishes there?
Yeah, for your bread.
So she was putting her fingers inside the bowl and rubbing the olive oil on her.
On her, like on
Wait,
her
excuse
Your
me?
body.
What?
Yeah, okay, so she was dipping her fingers in it and then rubbing it against her shirt and then a little bit on her belly and then
What?
on her head.
Oh, what?
Wait, are you talking about you saw Claire or just some random woman in the restaurant rubbing olive oil all over
Yeah.
herself?
I saw Claire. I mean, I saw her from afar.
That would stain her shirt.
I was
No
gonna
one would
say
want
that's
that.
the worst. Yeah.
Unless she was going inside her shirt.
I mean,
come off,
honestly, the only thing I could see is like if you have like dry skin with cracked knuckles.
I'm sorry, Kevin. You're saying that a girl rubbing oil all over herself is a bad thing? Because I think most guys would be into that.
No, I didn't say it was bad. I thought it was weird. I don't know what she thought that was going to happen afterwards. I don't know if she thought that was like an aphrodisiac or something.
No.
Why wouldn't you ask her if you think you saw that?
She deserves the right to explain.
Now, let me ask you, how do you bring that up to a girl? You know, sit down and ask her, like, why are you rubbing oil on
By
yourself?
taking your shirt off and being like, apply right here, ma'am.
Or you just go to kiss her neck and go, ooh, is that a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette, I guess?
I mean, I didn't want to sound like a creep because you know how girls are always, you know.
That's true.
Okay.
Hey, I was watching you from across the restaurant.
Yeah.
Was that oil?
I think like what were you doing with the oil is a fair question.
And I can understand if you were uncomfortable asking her in the moment, but now that it's been a while, you can ask her over the phone because she's actually been listening on the other line this entire time wanting to talk to you.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God.
Possibly rubbing herself down. Claire, you there?
Uh-oh.
Hi, Kevin.
Oh, God. Hey.
In all seriousness, I doubt she was even doing that, but Claire,
I don't know. Oil slick Claire over here, maybe.
Yeah.
Claire, what was
Okay.
going on?
Okay, what was going on? What were you doing? Were you actually rubbing the oil or
Okay,
something?
first of all, I had no idea you saw that.
Oh. So you do know what he's talking
Here
about.
we go.
Yeah.
Claire, please explain in very,
It's a
very
thing.
lot of detail.
What's a thing? There's no
Olive
thing.
oil, like you rub it on your chest. It helps keep everything perky. Like I don't want saggy breasts when I'm older. Like,
Oh, what?
Wait, what?
admittedly, like it's a TikTok hack I've adopted, but I mean, like it's a thing. Like it gets the
way.
blood flowing. It keeps you moisturized.
I never knew that.
Not in
That's so
public in a
cool.
restaurant.
No.
It's not.
Like,
Don't you do that in the
Like,
privacy
it's totally
of your house
normal.
on your first date?
She
No, it's
thought
not
it was privacy.
normal.
He wasn't there.
you're at a restaurant, girl. You're not putting your hand down
It
your
was
shirt.
your bread in the oil before your fingers.
It wasn't like I was pouring the bottle on me. I just dabbing a little.
Like, okay, I have face olive oil before, but like
Okay.
it's from a beauty brand. It's not. I
It's
don't.
like meant for that.
Yeah,
It's not just
It's
regular.
like refined, I would assume, the different way, or at least I pay for it as if it's refined a different
Claire,
way.
you're going to have to excuse Brooke. This is the part of the show where she tells our listeners how to live their lives.
I just, like,
So
you think it's normal for her to stick her hands down?
I don't know what's normal. People do
Not
their own
that.
things, their own different
Look,
ways. They try beauty hacks,
no.
they do and don't work.
Okay, can I ask a question now?
Yeah,
of course.
Go ahead.
Claire, I mean, now that you explained it, I actually really liked you, and I'm sorry for not calling back. Would you go out with me again on a second date?
She said perky, and now the guy's like, yeah, let's go.
Claire, did this whole experience change your mind with him not communicating with you earlier?
I mean, maybe, yeah, a little. Like, I thought we were having a good time. I'm an open person, obviously. Like,
Obviously, yeah.
I would have talked to him about it if he had asked me about it in the moment. Like, I'm not embarrassed about it, but now I think it's a little weird he's coming around.
Come on, Claire. If the tables were turned and you're walking to the table and you see some dude putting oil on his body, you would be
Hey,
a little.
we're men. We use butter, okay?
I would have said something, though. Like, he didn't do that. Like, I would have confronted. I would have asked a question.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Well, it
I
might-
wouldn't
it might-
have stopped communicating.
It was the first date, and I don't know if you would have been okay with that or not. So now I know. Maybe on a second date we could fix it.
Oh,
Ooh.
he wants to be the one to apply the oil onto you.
Hey.
Is that
At least
what?
that-
Is that the meaning you took?
Well, that's what I'm visualizing.
Oh.
Okay, now it's getting weird. You're making it weird. It's just olive oil. It's TikTok hack.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, well,
At this point, Claire, Kevin has already said yes to another date. He's
True.
apologized for not being more communicative. And third, you don't even have to pay for this next one because it's on us.
Even better, Claire.
I mean, I can get from the visuals, I get that it was kind of weird and how some people might not want to approach that. I'll give you a second chance. Let's go.
Hey. What are we doing, Italian then?
I don't know.
He did say that there's a lot of concert girls, so you just got to get in line first, Claire.
Oh, that's true.
Jeffrey.
But if you warm yourself up, you can slide faster to the front of the line. So that'll help.
Security's not tackling you then.
The so-called love experts are always saying the best relationships are based on things like trust and communication,
I think they're right, Jeffrey.
intimacy.
Yeah, great.
But for some reason, they never bring up fear.
What? Fear should not be a cornerstone of your relationship.
Only a tiny bit of fear.
No.
It could be
Constantly
romantic. Not being afraid of your partner, but having a shared scary moment to bond over and build upon.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what brought two of our listeners together for a memorable second date phone call. And not only did it work, but they're actually back again to give us an update on their blossoming fear-based relationship.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah.
So let's try and normalize fear in relationships with a brand new second date update.
Maybe
We're
we
gonna
could
do it.
say it a different way.
No, I think you said it perfect.
Yeah.
We're going to do it next. Do traumatic experiences really bond people closer together? I think they do.
Yeah. I mean,
Which is why I constantly try to traumatize our listeners
ah,
every single day.
it's working, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's working.
That way they feel closer to us and they keep on listening and become attached in an almost unhealthy way.
Oh, you're so nice. Jeff.
That's my goal for the fans of this show.
I hope you're traumatized out there.
Because we love you. And one of our listeners says she went through a dramatic experience recently, and I can't wait to hear what that was. So, Nicole, welcome to the show. And is the dramatic experience listening to us in the morning? Is that what you were talking about?
No, that always brightens my day, actually.
I was hoping you would just
we're not doing our jobs then.
I just wanted you to scream in response to Jeffrey just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's what we want.
Now, so tell us about the guy that you ended up meeting during this traumatic experience. What happened?
Totally what happened.
Well, it kind of feels cliche, like something from a sitcom. I don't know. We actually got stuck in an elevator together, like one of those parking garage elevators up to a business.
Oh,
good. It was up to a business because the public ones kind of smell like urine. Not as sexy.
And the elevator stopped by itself, or did you hit like a button and make it stop because you noticed he was cute?
Emergency.
Oh no,
That's a good idea.
No,
Break the glass.
I did. I was no. It just stopped on itself.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
How were you
It's
feeling
scary.
when that happened?
You know, it was not fun. I mean, at first I was just like, okay, it's a little hiccup, but then it just stayed not moving.
Oh, no. How long were you in there?
It was like close to 40 minutes all told.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a long
yeah.
time.
I mean, I don't really consider myself claustrophobic, but you know, those parking garage elevators, they're pretty small.
Yeah.
Totally. Was it just you and him in the elevator, or were other people in
Yes.
there too?
No, it was just us two.
Okay.
So you're like, at least a hot gentleman is
Could
in
be
here
worse.
with me.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what was the guy's name that you were stuck with?
Oh yeah.
His name was Sean.
Okay, and how was Sean doing? Was he also pretty scared?
No, he seemed really chill about it, super calm.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like introduced himself and was like, this happens to me all the time. You just push the call button and wait for help.
That's kind of a weird thing to say to somebody.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible he just said that to try to make me feel better because he could see the panic on my face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so he seemed like a cool person too then.
Yeah, and so he just started asking me about, like, where do you live? And, is family close? Tell me about your siblings. We just kind of...
Did he use
I
that
see.
sing-song voice the whole time too?
Yeah.
Totally. Yes,
Okay.
sing song just like that.
That's a better idea than what I had in my head. Like, where do you live?
Oh.
Tell me about your
How
family.
close is your family to you?
What?
Would anybody miss you if you were gone?
Not the time for
Not a horror film,
No,
Jeff.
it sounds like he was being like just trying to help you relax a little bit and think about something besides the fact that you're
Better
stuck
than
in a
someone
small space.
panicking.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
Yeah.
and you have a guy who's like asking you questions, interested in learning about you too. Like, were you guys able to actually kind of hit it off?
Well, when the elevator finally did start moving, as we stepped out, he asked me for my phone number.
Oh,
Oh.
That's good.
That's not necessary.
Right. And we texted the next couple of days back and forth, just laughing about the situation. And
did he ask you out finally?
No, he never actually did. But I did say, we should go to a restaurant sometime without an elevator.
That's funny.
Oh,
What was his response?
Just nothing. Just he's
Oh.
totally ghosted me since then.
Oh, dang.
Ouch. Well, maybe he just didn't see it the same way. Did you find out? Is he single?
No, I didn't get any relationship details from him. I just assumed he was single at the time because he asked for my number. But
Girl, you had 40 minutes to check out and see if there was a ring. You guys were stuck in there.
So single-minded focused on one, the situation, and then two, just trying not to freak out.
Yeah. When most people go into survival mode, they're not checking to see if they have an engagement ring on
Are we in
people's fingers.
survival mode in an elevator?
Well,
When
she
you're
was
stuck.
when you're
Okay.
scared
Okay.
like that.
All right.
I think that is Brooke's survival mode.
I know.
Oh my God, we're gonna die. Who here's not married?
Who can I make out with? But you know what? We're gonna. This is weird that he hasn't talked to you. We're gonna play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Sean for you. There's a chance that he might actually be stuck in another elevator because he says it happens to him all the time.
That's a good point.
Maybe he's
we'll
been in there
save
for
him.
a whole week. And
My God.
We're gonna be the heroes, but we'll find out in just a minute when we do your second date update right after this. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right. Hold on.
You're in the middle of a second date update, and we're going to find out how the couple is doing right after you hear part 2.
One of our listeners, Nicole, got stuck with a guy in an elevator, and we're about to call that guy.
Oh boy.
But she's lucky that she wasn't stuck in an elevator with me.
Oh.
Because
Why?
I'd be taking out ceiling tiles, punching a hole right through the top of it, and then telling Nicole, hop on my back, girl. We're climbing this cable to freedom. And afterwards, as we're standing on the rooftop and the helicopter's about to land and take me off to Antarctica,
Helicopter.
Nicole says, but wait, I don't have your phone number yet.
No.
And that's when I turn around and I toss her a wink and I say, yeah, you do.
Oh.
Check your contacts. It's under Mr. Mystery.
Ooh,
I
Jeffrey.
slipped it out of your pocket between floors 17 and 18. Don't be a stranger, kid.
Wait,
Boom.
You're
then
still
fly
talking?
away.
Like, you talked for so long to
Get in
her.
the
That's right.
helicopter.
For some reason, the building would have exploded as you take off in the helicopter.
Okay,
too.
I think
Happens every time.
Sean is the real hero here, Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
Or Mr. Mystery. I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
Yeah.
Who's not
Correctly.
very mysterious.
Well, how optimistic are we here, Nicole?
I mean, I feel optimistic. We were totally engaged, and he.
Oh, don't use that word when we talk
Yeah.
to him. Yeah, might freak him out.
I mean, I know you're optimistic, but may I remind you, he hasn't called or texted back in close to a week?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Wait a reminder.
Yeah,
So let's pull the fire alarm in the building and call this guy. Here
I
we
am-
go.
Promise anything.
I am not buying tickets to this movie.
All right, here we go. Let's call Sean and see what he has to say.
Hello?
Hey, we talking to Sean?
Yeah, this is Sean. Who's this?
This is Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, but some know me as Mr. Mystery.
We're still doing this.
Okay.
Sorry to bug you, brother.
Yeah. Don't want to waste your time or anything here, but one of our listeners has been trying to get a hold of you for like a week now. So we're hoping to connect you two.
Who are you talking about?
It's a woman that you got stuck in an elevator with not too long ago named Nicole.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do this thing called a second date update. That's what this is. Technically, this wasn't a date, but Nicole was very grateful for what you did for her while you were stuck in the elevator together.
So, why am I on the radio?
Well, she thought maybe you guys had something, like you could, there was potential there.
Mm-hmm.
Did she read that right?
Maybe initially, but not really. I mean,
Oh.
Can I ask you, did you find her attractive at all?
yeah, she's cute. This isn't like a superficial thing. She just, the more we were in there, she just started confessing things, and it was just too much.
Oh.
It was a lot.
Huh.
Oh, it's not like her deathbed. Save those.
Oh, that's what you're thinking, Alexis.
She may have felt that way.
Well, she
Yeah, I
said
mean-
she was sharing memories with him.
What do you mean confessions?
I don't know. It's her deal. I don't want to air out her stuff on the radio.
Okay. Well, that's nice of you. But like, you don't have to tell us the worst stuff that she said. It could be something even little that struck you as being a little bit odd, because she knows by doing this segment she might hear something that's a little bit embarrassing.
That's fair. I mean, she did call you. Something about when she was little, she's like an extra piece of pie at Thanksgiving when her grandma wasn't looking, and like her grandma really wanted that piece of pie.
Oh, it was like a confessional. That's cute, though. That's not.
I didn't realize she was such a bad person. My God.
No wonder you're not calling her back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it started.
There's
that
more?
just sounds like a cute memory. Like,
yeah, like started from kid stuff and then like went progressively older. Like she was in middle school and she made fun of a kid at school that wore sweatpants and called him Sweaty Scotty.
Oh.
Oh.
So she was a
I think it was Sweaty Scotty. Yeah, it was something like that.
I mean, it is pretty clever.
I really can't hear anymore. That we need to stop here.
Oh God. Okay.
So she's on the line.
Not a good look.
Sean, that's kind of how this works. We usually have them waiting and we call them in when it's the right time.
Usually.
Well, I can't. No, we're not gonna share anymore. No.
Oh, you don't want us to hear the other things
Why?
I was gonna say?
You just feel bad about Sweaty Scotty? Because
we all do.
Yeah, I mean, it's been on my conscience, and I just don't need anything else aired right now.
Okay.
But more importantly, I'm confused, Sean. You're not calling me back because I was sharing weird stories. What was I annoying you with them, or?
It felt like you might have boundary issues.
Oh, that's well said.
Boundary issues.
what does that mean?
Profound.
Like she doesn't know what not to share? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and like I don't really know you, but you also led with like the worst aspects of yourself, according to you.
If you think taking pie at Thanksgiving is like the worst aspect of somebody, it's pretty heavy.
Oh, do you want me to share more, or was that enough? Was Sweaty Scotty enough?
I mean, I kind of want you to share more.
It's-
It doesn't sound that bad.
Because we could talk about the time she sideswiped a parked car and just didn't leave a note. We could talk about that.
Please don't call out people for that.
Sean, if that's how you felt about her and all those confessions turned you off, then why did you ask for her number?
That's what I want to know.
I was worried about her. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. I'm not a monster.
Not a monster like she is.
But I don't understand. And like, why did you keep texting me? I mean, it was more than just, "Hey, you okay?" It was like 3 days of text.
I think that's what it really is, Sean. You actually like her more than you realize.
I did hear you. You said you thought it was cute.
Oh, you did tell us that.
I did ask you that, and you said you thought she was attractive.
I don't see how that's relevant to her sideswiping cars and calling people names.
Well, the hotter you are, the more you can get away with stuff like that.
No, it's that she felt remorseful. That's why she was telling you these things.
Yeah.
It's not like she was like some crazy that didn't feel bad about it. We've all done bad things.
Absolutely, Brooke.
Yes, I agree. It's just you generally find out about those things like later after you got to know a person.
Yeah, but now it's all on the table. Isn't it better to have all this information? If this is as bad as it gets.
Does it get worse?
I mean, I made out with the mailroom guy at the company holiday party one year, and
That's awesome.
That's not bad.
I mean, why are we talking about all the old stories from Nicole's past when what we really need to be focusing on is the two of you and the relationship I can see forming between you guys.
At least you guys are really good communicators.
And just for the record, I mean, it was an extraordinary circumstance. I was a little panicky. I'm sure I overshared things that would never normally happen on a first date.
Yeah.
Sean, I think you need to go and share these stories during a real first date.
Well, send them to church. They can go to a confessional.
Yeah.
Down the road, it's a really funny story that could be cute.
Yeah.
Or you say no and you traumatize her even more, and this is a horrible memory that haunts her forever that she's going to unload onto some other guy that she gets stuck in an elevator with. You want to traumatize her, Sean? Is that what you want to do? You're putting her in an elevator and you're hitting the panic button right now if you say no.
Sean, there's no pressure here, but we really would like to see you guys go out again. Don't listen to Jeff.
Or else.
It's better to be with someone that overshares than doesn't share at all.
True.
Yeah, no
You know?
secrets.
They both have,
What do you think, Sean?
I'm in. Let's do it.
He's
All right.
That's cute. You guys are gonna be cute. out. So what terrible memory are you going to share with her, Sean, to make her feel better?
No, I'm under no obligation to do this. Absolutely not.
Looks like we should do a three-way call with the mailroom guy. Let's make this interesting.
Now we're getting spicy.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Honestly, I wasn't sure if those two would actually meet up again, but look at this. Sean and Nicole are back on the phone today. And Sean, you actually put your concerns aside and met up with Nicole?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
For you.
That's so big of you, Sean. So big of you.
How'd it go?
Well, we went on a second date provided by you guys,
Yeah,
so thank you very much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
You'll pay us back soon. Go ahead.
No, we don't make them pay us back, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
But they do have to tip on their own. I
Yeah.
always worry that our couples aren't tipping and giving us a bad name, but that's an aside.
How did date 2 go?
It went great. We really hit it off. It was really good.
Okay, so she's on the phone. Does that mean you guys are...
why did you guys want to update us?
Well, after about a month, I decided, like for our 1 month anniversary, I wanted to surprise her.
Oh, God. Okay.
Why is it bad?
We're celebrating the month.
Surprises.
I mean, it's a 4-week anniversary, but that's cute.
Oh, you don't need an excuse.
What happened for the 1 month surprise?
Yeah, what was the surprise?
Well, I took her back to the elevator where we were trapped together.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, why?
To give her PTSD.
Oh my God, Sean, I need to take over. You're doing such a bad job of telling this story.
Yes, thank you, Nicole. What happened?
So he just loads me in the car and says, I've got this surprise for you. Like, I have no idea what was happening. And he pulls into the parking garage where we met and leads me to the elevator. I'm like, what? The doors ding open and inside there are like 2 tiny little chairs and a little like picnic table.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
That's actually really cute.
Love it.
Yeah, and he had packed like cocktails in a shaker, and we just like rode the elevator up and down.
Oh my God.
Oh, you should have hit the emergency stop and just say, okay, we got 10 minutes till the fire department shows up.
Did strangers get on the elevator with you guys?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, people were like, they needed to use the elevator, and we got a lot of weird looks.
Oh,
That
I
is
love it. I would love
cutest.
going into an elevator in the middle of a date.
I
That would
love
be so
it.
cute.
So things are good now. You guys are like full on in it. What are we at now? A couple months?
Yeah. Like a little over a couple months, right?
All right.
Yeah. We're
Well-
going strong. Yeah.
If things keep going the way that they're going, then Sean, maybe you can propose to her inside that elevator one day.
That is so fast,
No.
Jeffrey.
It's going to be tough to fit the whole wedding in there.
Yeah, maybe you'll conceive in that elevator. Every single major life moment happens in that elevator.
Gross.
We're happy for you two. Keep us updated, all right?
Thank
Will
you guys.
do.
Oh my
Congrats,
God.
guys.
And post us in any pics you had of the elevator date. That's so cute. Tag us, I mean. I love it.
Women might not realize this, but before going out on a big date, there's certain things guys do to help boost their self-confidence.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like what?
They'll knock out 20 push-ups real quick in the bathroom.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
They'll take a couple shots of Jaeger.
Yeah, that always loosens up the
And most
everything.
importantly, we'll watch the snow kiss scene in Bridget Jones' Diary. Ooh, yeah! Gets me so jacked up. Nice boys don't kiss like that. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, take notes.
Picture what scene you're talking about.
Unfortunately for one of our listeners, none of those tricks would have boosted his ego enough to handle the sight that he saw just as he was picking up his date. And he admits it ruined the rest of the night for him. You're going to hear exactly what happened in your brand new second date update right after this. You might remember we did an awkward Tuesday phone call a few months back with a guy named Aaron, because even though him and his ex broke up, she was still planning on attending a wedding for their mutual friend.
That's right. And
Aaron thought it was weird because the groom was his buddy first.
Right, and
Thought
he-
she should back down.
Oh, yeah.
So he wanted our help. And ultimately, I know this is probably going to sound weird, but we had to flip a coin in the studio.
That's right. I couldn't remember how that ended. Who ended up going to the wedding? Her or him?
Aaron lost.
That's right.
And
That's
Aaron,
right.
I don't. Please tell me you still went to your buddy's wedding anyway.
What? That's not the rules, Jeff.
No, I didn't go.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
didn't?
see, you follow the Brooke and Jeffrey coin flip rules of the
Did you
universe.
still give a gift, though, Aaron? What kind of friend
Yeah,
are
maybe
you?
send a gift.
Yeah, I gave a gift, and it was
kind of a spiteful one. I got him like a $5 gift certificate to the Starbucks.
I can't even get you a drink at Starbucks.
Yeah, that doesn't even get you anything at Starbucks. That's like just below a coffee.
Your friend didn't even do anything wrong.
Well, he invited the ex.
Uh,
The ex. Well, no, wait. She didn't have an invite, did she?
Ultimately, the weird part is that after all of that went downhill for him, Aaron is back again for a second date update now. So what's going on in your love life at the moment?
So I got another problem here to crack. I met this girl on the apps.
Well, we know it wasn't at the wedding, so.
No, it wasn't there. No, not at all. And kind of a breath of fresh air for me, like super grounded, low maintenance type of woman. And went on a first date, went good. Nothing like too crazy, but we had great banter.
Did you say she's a great dancer?
Banter.
Oh. I'm like, oh, cool. You went dancing.
Yeah, I was more interested in the dance moves as well.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. But we had a good time. I walked to the car. We did kiss, so that was good.
Oh.
Probably.
Okay. And what was the kiss like?
It was good. It was like saying that you're going to want to go on a second date without actually having to say it. You know, it's one of those.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a term called kiss you goodbye.
There's also pity kiss.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, not saying you
probably
got
similar.
that.
We know all the depressing types of kisses on this show.
I've had them all.
Oh, okay. So have we.
I'll never see a later tongue.
So you're saying you
Yeah.
left feeling really hopeful.
Yeah. So it did go to a second date.
Oh, it did.
Oh.
It
wait,
did.
you already went on a second
So
date.
it wasn't a sad kiss. You read it right.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about date number 2.
Yeah. So she said, "Come meet me at work, like right at the end of her shift or whatever." And
Oh, God. Okay.
yeah, kind of
Jeff
weird.
doesn't like that.
Well, I guess it depends on where she works. She work at a cool place?
Yeah. Well, she works at a hotel,
Oh. Okay.
like 4-star thing, and I showed up. I'm not totally sure what she does, like if it's like reservations or concierge stuff or.
I don't know, but maybe you could break in the pool and have a pool party.
Yeah. You said it was 4 stars too, right? It's not like it's like a dingy motel off the highway.
Which would
No,
be
it was
fine.
really nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Be different though. Okay.
She kind of runs out. She's like, "Hey, I got 10 more minutes. I gotta wrap some stuff up." And then she runs back, and as I walk in, I'm kind of noticing there's like all these dudes, and they're all like cut and 6'2", and
Is
like
it the hot dude convention at the hotel? I go to that every year.
This is why you go to the 4 stars.
I didn't get my invite this year. What happened?
Well,
You're losing customers.
I guess so.
it looked like there was some sort of thing, like an agency. I don't know, but she was, I guess, wrangling something in the back, like with all of them, and she was having the time of her life.
Well,
And-
dude, wouldn't you flip it around? You're around a bunch of
Yes.
beautiful
Yeah.
female models. You'd probably have a big
Absolutely.
smile on your face. It doesn't mean anything. You're just like enjoying the view,
Yeah.
enjoying your
I
company.
couldn't agree more.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So that's
However,
However.
we go on like mini golf date, and see, I would be doing the same thing she was. You're right. But I would also kind of carry that energy through to whoever I was dating, hopefully immediately after. And she was kind of standoffish. It was just like she wasn't treating me that way. It was more just kind of like there was this distance. But then I could have been being weird too.
Yeah, it sounds like you were being weird. I mean, just even your mindset in the hotel lobby sounds kind of.
It also sounds like she's like, "Bye, hot guys. Good to see you. All right, you.
What if
Let's
she
get
just got
this
off
date over
work?
with."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe
too.
she used all her like,
fake customer service
Fake
smiles.
smiles.
yeah,
Yeah,
emotional
yeah.
capacity for the day.
Did you try
That's it.
anything with her to try and get the mood right?
Yeah, I did, and I only mentioned this thing once. I was like, what were all those dudes? She was like, "Oh, it's like this model convention thing," and I
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I get it. Like, if I walked into a model convention and I was meeting some guy for a first date, it would just be a hit to your ego. I could see
Yeah,
that.
totally.
I feel like a solid 8, but then I walked in there and I was like, "No, I'm a 5."
Yeah,
Maybe your personality probably sucks.
Yeah, you're in your hometown date.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I get it.
Right.
So are you thinking that overall your attitude that day may have affected how your date played out?
Yeah, and I know, I said it the one time I brought it up just to see what she would say, and I didn't touch it again because I'm not a complete idiot. But,
That's good.
And then I'm like, was I weird? And then it was like, if I was a little weird, that was she like taking some misread cute? And then that snowballed into her being weird.
Yeah, you're in your head about this for sure.
You're your own worst enemy in
Even
this
the way
situation.
you're talking right now, it's a little...
It's a little defeatist.
Defeated, that's the word. Thank you.
And we want to be what's the opposite of defeatist?
I don't know, but we're going to lift you up.
Winniers.
And compared to us, you're going to look like a 9 when we get her on the phone. So that's good, right?
I'm glad this is radio. You can do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to call Natalie, and we're going to send her out with a 10 personality-wise.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Yeah, big
We're-
personality.
We'll work on that personality.
Yeah.
We'll come back and do your second date update next. I really feel for Aaron because right before his second date with Natalie, he went to go meet her, and there was a hotel lobby full of attractive male models.
What are the chances?
Yeah. I mean, not good,
Not
obviously.
good.
But
Not good.
at least they seem to be models, and that may have thrown off Aaron's confidence right before they went to mini golf.
Yeah.
And it just made me think it must be how all of you feel whenever you come into the studio with me.
Exactly.
And you get intimidated and it throws off your confidence.
It's like, how do I talk to you?
I blame you for the reason why I'm single.
Sure.
Yeah. And I apologize for making you guys feel that way. I feel really bad. I'm really sorry. I'm just
if
a
I
man.
remember
okay?
right, you didn't get invited to the model convention. And
Oh, yeah, I didn't because I was invited to the one in Paris. That's why.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I
Good
couldn't do the
save.
small pond stuff
Good
anymore.
save.
But you know what? This man is going to help the man on the phone to meet up with the girl that he likes, Natalie, again. Aaron, it sounds like you just didn't put your best foot forward with all that stuff going on in the back of your mind. I'm hoping we can pull it off for you. All right?
Yeah, thanks. I kind of stuttered into the whole thing, you know.
Totally. And even if you end up telling her that, like, hey, I was just a little thrown off, I think she'd get it.
Yeah.
Like there's no person alive that wouldn't feel a little uncomfortable walking into, unless you are in fact a model.
And I'm sure she'd like to hear if you're honest. Like, I was a little insecure and I apologize.
Totally.
Yeah, women like it when you project all of your insecurities right out into the open. Let's
Maybe
go
you're right.
with that
Women
strategy.
don't like that. You're going to have to lie.
That's not true.
Hey, this is the model we're talking to, Jeff. Jeff knows.
I think we got this. You got 2 dates under your belt. We get you a third. We're good.
All right.
Okay.
Let's not waste any more time. Let's call her right now, okay? Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Natalie?
Yes.
What's up, Natalie? You're on the radio right now with Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Hey, Natalie. Hey. How you doing?
No way.
Young Jeffrey.
No way. Hi, Jeffrey. I cannot believe this.
Oh.
I'm totally stoked that you called me. What is this in reference to?
This is in reference to a second date update and a guy that you've gone out twice with named Aaron.
Okay.
Oh, yay. It's just like winning the lottery.
Yeah. All right. So how did you hear about this?
Yeah, you know that Aaron emails us and tells us a little bit about your date.
Mm-hmm.
Dates plural, actually.
Why, though? Oh, my God.
Because you're not calling him back and he likes you.
And he thinks you don't like him.
I think it's the other way around, but okay.
What makes you say that?
Well, I don't know. I just got like this feeling that on our second date, he seemed a little aloof.
Okay.
That makes sense.
We talked to him about the second date, and he mentioned something about trying to meet you at the hotel where you work, and there was a bunch of kind of attractive guys in the lobby there.
Was there legit a model convention going on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, but that's my job.
Yeah, he thought that too. I mean, it's not like he was like jealous or anything like that.
No, I don't know. I just sensed like maybe he wasn't really that into me at that time. Like the first date went really well, but then the second date, he seemed, like I said, standoffish a little bit. And I don't know. I just sensed like a different vibe. And so I was like, all right, maybe this guy just really isn't that into me. And I kind of backed off a little bit.
I mean, but you could understand where he's coming from because he's around all these, apparently really good-looking male models.
I think what Jeff's saying is like he just took a little like hit to the ego as soon as he went to meet you, and then it was hard for him to kind of get back that confidence he lost.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned that you look like you were having a lot of fun with them.
I didn't even really think about that. And that's on him if he's insecure that
for
they're
sure.
good looking. I mean, yeah, they're good looking. Absolutely.
Of course, they're
100%.
models.
Yeah.
I mean, they're models. But
Now I rest my case. She's
What?
like still. I'm here, by the way.
oh, God.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is going on,
Hi.
man?
So
What are
you-
you
Rest your
doing?
case.
Remember how this works, Natalie. Aaron's on the other line listening.
Oh,
we were,
right.
we were
Just
doing a
listening.
good job, Aaron. Why'd you interrupt?
We're getting to the meat of it.
Oh, quickly, I forgot. Hello, Aaron. How are you?
Hi. Sorry, I just thought that your head was kind of with the models during mini golf and not with me. That's kind of.
I like you. I was on the date with you. I get it. They're models. They're supposed to be good looking,
Yeah, you keep
Models are good looking.
mentioning
Whether
that
they're
they're
male, they're female, these models were good looking.
Oh, and they were male, so we'll get that out of the way. But
Okay.
yeah,
Aaron, why are you coming off insecure?
she's the one that keeps bringing up how good looking these guys were. You guys did hear this.
Yeah, but
right?
didn't you hear her on your date? You were like aloof and weren't into her, and so that's why her attitude changed. It didn't have anything to do with models.
Yeah.
I get it. It's fine, but it's like I showed up for her because I wanted to be with her, and then I felt like her head was somewhere else, which was back at it looked like a Bud Light commercial or something. Well,
What?
that's a bad example. Maybe not today, but
Like a Top Gun volleyball scene? Is that what we're
that'd
thinking?
be so hot.
yeah.
Way to put
My
that
head would
image
be
in
there.
everybody's head.
Yeah.
That's not helping with Aaron. I don't think it's not helping with my focus either. So
Yeah.
let's refocus, because Natalie, what I think Aaron is saying is, to him, whether it's true or not, it felt like you were more interested in hanging out with the models that day
Oh,
than
God.
hanging out with him. That was just the vibe that he got.
I have to disagree because
Mhm.
I'm like that with everybody. We're in the business of being happy and creating
Mhm.
a happy experience for
Sure.
everybody.
Of
And
course.
I'm just being myself when I'm with Aaron. And of course, I like him, but I'm not going to be all holly jolly like, oh,
He's not one of
You
your
know?
guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, Aaron, do you hear her? Because it
yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I was like being a weirdo, so that's part of it. But it just kind of felt like I was competing or something with all of these dudes once I.
But you weren't. How many times does she have to tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
One more would probably help, Natalie. Just drive it home.
God.
I like you, Aaron. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I like you too. That's why.
Okay.
He's all mad at her.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Okay, so fine. You like me and I like
fine.
you. So what's
So
the
let's-
problem? I don't get it.
You want to go out on date number 3, and then
Oh.
and then we.
Yes, I do. Okay.
Yes, you do. Okay, you do. So then I'll go with you then. Okay.
Okay then.
You're gonna be mad? Why
Wow.
are you?
Maybe I don't like anybody else but you, and then I want to just go out with you. Maybe that's how.
That sounds like a threat, but it's not a threat. Like, that's a good thing.
Wait,
Don't interrupt them. This is
And the
going well.
feeling is reciprocal. Absolutely, 100%.
I like you. Well, I like you too.
What is
Hold
they're
on,
gonna
then.
angry kiss this time?
Oh.
Did we just skip the third date and they officially had the exclusive talk
I
right
think
here?
we
in the
did.
Yes,
Angry
that's
Three
what
Pop-
happened, Jeffrey.
Oh,
And we're
okay.
happy
Well,
about
I'm
it.
happy for the two of them, Brooke.
So am I.
Me too. Why are we yelling?
Brooke's scary when she does that.
So wait, are you guys happy?
Going out again? Like,
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are, and it's gonna be the best date. Damn it.
do we have to beep that?
Yeah, maybe we should. Well, we're gonna pay for that best date. Damn it.
Yay!
Yeah, you'll pay for that date.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
is that a threat?
I'm happy to pay for it. Okay, how about that?
Well, this is going a little bit better than I thought. I don't know why I'm mad though.
Yeah.
But
We're not quite sure either.
I don't. But it's working, so I
Yeah.
will keep this energy when you meet up with Natalie.
Keep
Okay, Natalie.
venting.
Natalie, you cool with that?
I am cool with that.
All right.
Okay.
Let's end this segment now. Congratulations. I'm hanging up.
Don't be late.
Thank you very
If you're
much.
late, it'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's sensible.
all right, we
That's
got-
really sensible.
we got
I
old Aaron
appreciate
back.
that.
There's so many now, but what do you think is the worst of all the dating apps out there?
Oh, gosh.
I don't know.
Is Tinder up like one of the worst?
They
It's
rotate
up
to
there.
me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like Hinge anymore. I loved it when it first came out. Now it's just
A
like
lot of debate there.
Yeah.
Sloppy seconds match.
Ooh, I haven't tried that one.
Yeah, that'd be perfect for Jose.
I love that one.
Lego My Uggo.
Oh,
It's exclusively for unattractive Lego fanatics.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, so-
Waffle people are like, wait, where do we belong?
Well, today we've learned about a new one that none of us had ever heard before, and it might win the award for strangest way to find a partner ever.
Uh-oh.
It's not even an exaggeration. We couldn't believe this actually exists.
Wow.
And I will say, even though we were all very skeptical, it still helped one of our listeners find his match.
Uh-oh.
So you're going to hear what that was in a brand new second date update next. A lot of guys like a woman who's down to get dirty.
Oh.
Ooh,
Okay.
You're darn right, Jim.
Where do you
every
find
time,
someone
Jose.
like that,
yeah.
though? Like
Brooke's
Brooke's hometown?
Oh,
Sure. Craigslist? Of course.
Yeah, let's
the
go.
poll over back at Brooke's hometown? We already covered that. But no, our listener Justin found his special dirty lady.
Let me guess, at Craigslist in Brooke's hometown.
No.
My
Circling
hometown
back
isn't
again.
My hometown isn't big enough for Craigslist. Yeah.
Got it.
He
Not even
found
lying.
her in the community garden.
Oh.
Finger deep in literal dirt.
Oh, you're like really dirty.
Yeah.
Justin,
Okay.
you like a dirty girl, huh?
Okay.
What? Justin, don't come in with that laugh.
The pros get it.
Is that the reason why you're on the phone with us?
Well, yeah, that's yeah, we did not meet on a dating app. Shocker.
Okay.
Yeah.
You met over a flower bed. That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
It's kind of romantic, kind of dirty.
Yeah,
What-
I mean, she was planting veggies, peas, carrots, whatever.
Those are some nice
Wow.
bulbs you got over there.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Did you?
That's really cute.
Can we know what her name is?
Yeah.
yeah, Katie.
Katie.
Okay.
Katie.
And-
Sounds like a sweet girl.
I don't frequent community gardens, but I assume people who do go there often, right? To
Yeah.
tend.
Well, you got to take care of your.
Right?
Yeah.
So is it something where you had seen Katie multiple times before you actually went up and talked to her?
Yes, the first time I actually got the courage to talk to her, it was very casual, and we did not exchange numbers or anything. It's
Okay.
just more like talking about garden.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her what she was planting. She told me veggies.
Oh wow, you got right into the to the naughty stuff.
Yeah, I got right into the dirt.
Wow, good for you.
So then I saw her a day or two later. She was back at the garden. So then I went up to her and I was like, "Oh, yo, how's the radishes?" And I got like a little chuckle from her.
Okay, look at
How-
you, Mr. Humor.
How are your radishes?
Yeah.
I don't know if I see what the joke is.
Yeah, she was thinking that I actually care what she was planting, but I didn't. I just wanted to talk to her.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's a weird.
Yeah, I don't care
It's a weird
about. I don't care
confession.
about-
yeah. Hopefully she doesn't listen back to this if it works out
At
to
least
hear
you're
that.
honest.
But, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I told her like, after we chatted, then I got her number and I said, "Hey, there's a cute pub like a few blocks away if you wanted to go for a drink after."
Oh, look at you.
Okay.
Were you talking this fast when you asked her to? Because you seem a little nervous right now.
Was I talking fast? I don't know. She gets me nervous. This girl.
Comes off a little bit sexy. I think that's what Brooke was trying to say.
I rather sexy than nervous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
sexy
Well,
nervous.
It's
yeah,
coming
right.
through right now.
Yeah.
So you took her to a pub?
Yes, and it was cool.
Oh.
Everything was going great, but then the next day I texted her and nothing.
Okay. Well, can we talk a little bit more about your time at the pub? Like, was flirting happening? Like any?
I mean, I try. Like, I don't know how good my game is, but I try.
Oh, that's cute.
It's working on us right now, dude. So keep it going.
I do have a confession, though, that I didn't tell her.
Okay.
Oh.
Beside the radish question
Yeah.
that you didn't really care about.
Yeah.
What?
It wasn't, okay, how do I say this? I knew she was going to be there.
Going to be where?
At the pub?
the
Because
garden.
you invited her there.
No, at the garden.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
How'd you
Well,
know?
okay, my parents are on this dating app where parents kind of meet up with other parents to find dates for their single, like, young adults.
Wait, that exists?
Oh no.
Wait.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh my
dating app for
gosh.
parents to meddle in their kids' lives.
Once Jeff's mom
Yeah.
finds out about
Yeah.
I know. Please do not tell us what the name of this site is.
No, I'm not. I'm not telling you. But Katie's parents were in on it. Katie doesn't know, I don't think. But her parents were on it, and they're so down. They talked to my parents, and I know this sounds strange, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to. This is a site where parents meet up with each other to figure out if their kids would be a good match.
Yeah, they're basically
like-
it's basically like arranged dating,
Yeah.
right? So like,
Okay.
so you're saying Katie's parents told your parents Katie will be at the garden from 3 to 5. Your son should show up then.
yeah, so I got a plot.
Whoa.
I don't even garden. I don't know how to garden.
Whoa, you don't even know how to garden?
Not really. I mean, I was just digging holes. I mean, I was digging holes in the dirt, pretending.
Oh my God! So you just got a
I
plot
got
to meet
a
her.
sun hat. I got a sun hat.
Okay.
You didn't have to go that hard.
A bunch of water. That's all you need, really.
Okay. So this would be fine if Katie knew her parents were doing this, but she doesn't know.
No, I don't think so. I mean, she didn't mention anything, and I just don't want to freak her out.
Can't just be like, well, at least your parents already approve of me. You know?
Right.
It's like, how?
I wonder if her parents know that she's not responding to you now. 'Cause how long has it been?
It's been like about 5 days.
And have you told your parents that she hasn't responded?
Yeah, and her mother actually reached out to me.
Oh.
Wait, Katie's mother reached out to you?
Yeah, and she said, I think you would be perfect for her.
Now you want more people in on this? Like you've got 2 sets of parents already involved, and you want us involved too.
I don't know why I can't have my own relationship. I don't know how I need the extra help. But.
It's odd that the most natural thing in this entire situation is actually the fact that you're calling a radio show to intervene in your dating life.
It's like we're a community garden. We've got the radio, we've got the parents. We're just trying to grow a relationship here. It takes a team.
Remember, Justin hates community gardens and doesn't care about them. So
He just doesn't know about it yet.
But I will learn. I mean, if me and her go on more dates, I'll have her talk to me about the garden, like educate me.
Nothing like faking an interest to get in with somebody.
Well,
yeah, I mean, who doesn't do that?
Yeah.
We're going to share that sentiment with Katie when we come back and call her and try and get you a second date update right after this. Okay, Dirty Boy?
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
We're in the middle of a second date call, and when we left, I told Justin that we'd call Katie and share the sentiment. And I'm seeing people texting in at 78592 telling me, don't do that. Don't blow his cover about his parents' matchmaking app.
Wait, you said that we were going to tell her that?
No,
I
see,
didn't hear that.
That's not what I meant at all. I just meant share the sentiment that he really likes her and is eager to learn more about gardening.
Oh, but I
which
can see why people maybe...
He really doesn't want to do that, but he says he's willing to try, maybe. And I guess the more important question, though, that we need to talk about is, are we all okay with hiding the fact that her parents matched her with a guy without her knowledge on a dating site for parents that hook up their grown kids with each other?
I don't know.
Hopefully she knows about it.
I mean, Justin, what do you think? Do you feel weird about your parents finding you a lover?
Well, you know, when you like date somebody, you have to meet their parents, and it's always awkward, and you're nervous. Like, are the parents already approve of me? That's like, you know,
It's a good thing. It's like a credit card. You're
like
pre-approved.
the best relationships can come from like arrangements, honestly. Like your parents know you best. They really do.
Yeah, I watched Bridgerton. They end up really cute.
Yeah.
All for voting to bring marriage and relationships back to the 1920s? Say aye.
No.
Brooke, it was Brooke's
I don't
idea.
know.
You're right.
Okay.
Hey, listen. If we're allowing algorithms to help us find love, why wouldn't we let our parents also help us?
Those algorithms are awful.
We're trying for a 1 in a million chance here. And I'm just going to say we're not going to reveal the parent matchmaking app. But Justin, if you want to do that, that's totally up to you. Okay?
I do feel like you should do it at some point.
yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, just feel it out, all right? I'm going to call her right now.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, is this Katie?
Mm-hmm. Is this?
I don't know why I'm nervous.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous too. I don't know if you're feeling nervous, Katie, about being on a radio show right now, because you are.
What?
Yeah. Surprise.
Welcome to our show, Katie.
We're called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. We do a radio show, and we're trying to do a segment right now called the Second Date Update.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're trying to reach out on behalf of one of our listeners who you went out with recently, named Justin. We're trying to read your vibe on if you liked him or not.
I mean, I'm exiting another relationship right now.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so things are a little messy right now.
I mean, yeah, I
talk about it. It ended a few weeks ago.
Okay.
But Justin just seems so like sweet and kind, and like I just don't want to really get into it until I'm like fully unattached.
That's good.
Okay.
That's actually a really mature thing.
Yeah. So you actually liked him. You're just not calling him back because you didn't want.
That's like out of respect to him.
Right.
I don't know what you know about him, but he's a dork. But he's just really sweet. But he was just so honest and so kind and just so transparent. Like I just felt like I knew him. And I just also feel like I've gone out with so many people they're being crazy or a liar or they're hiding something, and it just feels like.
Yeah, we don't like anything like that.
For once, like I was like, oh, okay, like this guy's actually really sweet and
All the cards on the table right up front.
He sounds genuine, but we know he's like not.
Well, I think he's pretty genuine.
Pretty.
99.9% at least.
I will say he is very earnest. He does sound a little dorky in a sweet way. And
hunky dorky.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
Hunky dorky.
Hunk dork, that's the new in term.
I'm with you, Jeff. I mean, he was attractive, right?
Yeah.
You were attracted to him still.
yeah. I mean, it was kind of funny. We met in a community garden, and he was just like, I don't know that he's particularly good at gardening. He was just like digging holes in the dirt, which was kind of funny.
Yeah. If Justin were to hear the things that you were saying right now, he'd probably be really happy with your review of him and of your time spent together.
Your review, like he's a restaurant, but I like it. Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
he is honest.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah. In fact, I don't have to guess if he liked it because I could just ask him since he's on the other line right now, listening and wanting to talk to you.
What?
I'm thrilled that you like me.
Oh, there's that hunky dorky.
That hunk dork energy coming through.
Why didn't you tell me he was on the phone?
Oh.
Well, we can't all be as honest and transparent as the Justins of the world.
Good
so,
one, Jeff.
you know,
Okay,
that's
well,
just
Justin was the one.
that's more credit to him.
And it's totally fine. I mean, like I heard that you have an ex. I mean, I'm totally cool with that. I have like 1 million exes.
A million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big dater.
I mean, a couple.
Very strange. 1 million exes, huh?
No, okay. It's like literally. Oh, okay, 4.
Yeah.
I don't go on that many dates. How am I supposed to have exes? I literally have like 1 ex-girlfriend. Okay. Now, okay. Actually, you know,
Okay.
I don't have any ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Justin,
okay.
just,
Wait,
just
what did he
shut-
just say?
Just close the mouth for a second.
I think it went to 0.
No, it's just kind of a weird thing that you heard me say all that, but I really think that you're just a really sweet, honest person.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that, but
Yeah.
Sound that.
What's wrong?
okay. I the honesty. I'm mostly honest.
What?
But you keep mentioning. I mean, I do not like lying. I mean, I did lie that I had 1 million ex-girlfriends. I mean,
We knew that one.
I knew that.
it was a joke, and you know. I'm just going to say it. Here's the deal.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't go to that community gardening, because I like to garden. I knew you were going to be there.
What?
Because, okay, my parents and your parents are on this dating app where they help their single child get dates. So is mine.
I don't think she knew.
Your parents love me. Your parents really love me.
Oh my God.
They approve of it. I mean, my parents approve. Your parents approve. Like, let's make this work. I know that this is weird, but like, let's make this work.
Oh my God.
Well, Justin, do you have to say everything? Just
No.
one piece of information at a time.
Oh my God. No.
Can we just say real quickly, we really hoped that, Katie, you already knew this.
Yeah.
Wait, so you knew this?
Well, I
Brooke
mean,
knew it.
yeah.
We didn't know.
It was-
Brooke knew, and she told us not
I
to
just
say
thought,
anything.
you know, like, I could see why a dating app like that would work. Katie, just listen for a second. I mean, who knows you better than your mom and dad, right?
No, you guys are. This is.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That is not parent-approved language, Katie.
I'm going to come to your side on that
Oh
one.
my
It's a
God.
little bit unusual. I
Yeah.
will concede that.
For sure.
But Justin didn't know that his parents were setting him up either.
Yeah, I actually did know. That's how I went
Okay,
to
well,
the
I'm
card.
trying to get you out of a hole here. So,
I thought it was actually a great idea. I mean, it's like I do not meet any women. I see them all over the place, but I don't meet them. I'm on every dating app that you could think of. Nobody's swiping for me. I need my parents' help.
Shut it.
Justin. Oh, my
God.
God.
Katie,
It's like his phone's
listen.
broken.
Listen, you definitely have to have a conversation with your parents, and you can be angry at them.
Okay.
But this isn't Justin's fault. He didn't make your parents do this.
Some of this is Justin's fault.
Some of
Some of it?
He didn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe
he shows up at a garden and starts digging holes, waiting for me.
Okay.
But his heart was in a good place
Yeah.
when he did it.
Oh my God, absolutely.
You still like me.
No.
He complimented your radishes.
Listen, Katie, you're a great gardener.
No.
I can learn from you. We could go on another
No.
date.
You know what? It's at this point, Katie, that I would like to offer to send you to on another date that we would pay for
Great timing.
to
Now you're
any
being
restaurant
blunt,
in the
honest.
city and far, far away from both of your sets of
Just
parents.
give it one chance. I mean, that would make your parents so happy.
Absolutely not. What about this would be enticing to any normal person? Are you crazy?
Okay, well, all right. It's a no right now, but
Yeah.
maybe you should take some time to think about it. And if you want, we can organize so that you and Justin and both of your sets of parents can all have dinner together.
I bet.
Big
What is
happy family reunion.
John and Julie, I think. I mean, it sounds like they're lovely people.
I know they're in for
Yeah,
this.
they made you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in. What do you say? Just give it one more chance. Like, hey, many people have arrangements. Like, it's not like we got married. We're just going on a date.
You started off good and then you
It's all
kept
right.
going.
He's still there. I think
All
he's
right.
still there. Katie.
We're running out of time here, so we need to get an answer from you. Yes or no on another date?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, Justin, you're up to 1,000,001 X's now. So
My parents can't even get me a date. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Those words have never been spoken before. If my parents can't give me a date, who can?